Attitude Era podcast. We are back. Just watching this NXT main event, and then we just gonna go live.
Oh, we live now.
We gonna go. What you know what I meant.
We live now. You know what I
We
mean?
live. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. The doors to the church are now open.
Yeah, we got the tag team championships with MSK and Axiom and Frazier, and we got, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to say what I got because I think we might be on two different time events. You know what I'm saying, depending on how you're watching it. You know what I'm
What you
saying. But
mean?
if you got, you know what I'm saying,
You
if you
know
on
I'm watching
sci-fi,
it.
okay, bet. So if you on sci-fi, you know what I'm saying. But just the phone differences, the phone companies, they be trippy a little bit. You know what I'm saying.
I just saw. I don't like when the main events are on so late in the show. Like this match is gonna get like 9 minutes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You wanted to have some time to burn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the 6-man tag they did, was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was about 2 weeks ago. They turned up, you know what I'm saying? And now you took away a person so you can put the titles up and you give them like less than 10 minutes. That's that's
Yeah.
that's, that's asking for a lot, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. But who you
Man,
got? Who you think gonna come away with this win? You think MSK gonna? You know what I'm saying? They gonna hold the belts down? They gonna get the belts? What you thinking?
I'm gonna say no
Oh, he said no.
because I don't know how that works with the other two members of MSK being TNA stars. That's my only thing. If not, I would easily say yeah because Wesley is clearly not a singles wrestler no more.
I'm gonna go with the
New
same thing.
champs?
I want to say new champs. You're ending the show. It would be a shock. So yeah, we're gonna say new champs, MSK. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if it comes to fruition though. I'm gonna speak it. And I only say that because we don't know what's going on with TNA. And I would be sick and tired of TNA guys coming over. They putting in championship belt match and you're just gonna lose every time. That's just now we can see it coming a mile away.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, so for those that's tapped in, we just watching this main event, then we're gonna talk about the whole show. That's all. Giving y'all time to, get your popcorn and your peanuts, you heard me?
But shit, they should already have it. They watching the main event.
Get your drink, get your smoke, get your vape, put the kids away, put the kids to bed because it's grown folk business, grown folk time.
And here we got you know what I'm saying, single leg submissions. I love it. The half Boston Crab.
Now I was playing WWE 2K24 today, and Shawn Michaels whooped my ass.
Yo, he's a GOAT. He's a GOAT. One of the best
Twitch.
in history.
What's my Twitch? The Archie Carter. I be gaming on Twitch.
Yo, I think one of the things about when I see teams like Axum and Frazier, they're so split. Like one of them's doing the speed thing. They're always so split. So my only thing that scares me is when you
I
actually
like them though. I like them together.
I do too, but I feel like they're always on the verge of splitting.
I think their move sets are very similar, so that works. But Frazier does some. He's smooth, man. That dude like butter. And the Rascal. So this is actually a good match of styles with this whole match right here.
That 6-man tag they had was crazy. I think that was 2 weeks ago because last week was part one of the Great American Bash. So it was 2 weeks ago. It was the week before that, and it was
Wesley is clearly comfortable in a tag.
Oh yeah, that's his element. That's his element, and he's the NXT guy.
The Adam Cole spot.
This is what I need. This is what main rosters need. Teams that can go and they're not. I mean, even though we just talked about Axiom and Frazier always looking like they're about to split.
I think the pace is what makes it's a good pace.
But even
when you
if
have smaller guys in the ring, you have to have a quicker pace anyway.
I think when you have smaller people, it should quicken the pace, depending on if they're like a technical. I'm not gonna say that because certain technical wrestlers like the Benoits and stuff, they can pick pace up if they need to. right? And they can slow it down against bigger guys and
Mm.
grind those guys out. You know what I mean? So it depends on how technical, because these guys really are more like within the luchador realm that can do more technical stuff. That seems like how it's marketed with NXT. Like not marketed, but like it's like these guys, the high flyingness, the super athleticism of these
Well, it's
gentlemen.
because they're young.
Bro, let me tell you something. WrestleMania 4, I mean, the game has changed. These cats is doing things. I mean, first of all, their backgrounds are different.
I'm saying they're young, but they're young and they've been wrestling probably 10 years already. So,
Ooh. Salute Chris Wiley. You know what I'm saying? We definitely see you in the chat. Definitely had your thing up. I'm gonna have to go back and check.
I thought after the Bill Cosby stuff, they would have stopped saying the name of that move is the Spanish Fly.
Yeah, you know,
This a random thoughts of Archie. Shout out to everybody tapped in. We just watching this main event, then we're gonna get to the show. That's the new thing now. We watch the main event with y'all, chop it up, give y'all time to get in here, then we get right to it.
Yo, man. Some of these the move sets, right? Spot after spot after spot. Do you think it's too? I mean, that's almost like the new norm. Would you rather see spot after spot after spot with one finisher, or not that many spots but multiple finishers? Almost.
I'm not a spot guy because I'm a chain wrestler guy. I like chain wrestling. I like move that leads to move that leads to move, not spot that leads like, you know what I'm saying? Oh,
you might have a. I should have knew that kick out was coming. I'm looking at the time though, like how much time are they gonna go over?
They're running over.
You know what I'm saying? How much time they gonna run over? Because if you go over too much, you can't do this on a cliffhanger.
Oh, they got the money.
Nah. I mean, they do, but I'm pretty sure they don't want to spend it like that. You got built on NXT.
I don't know what they call it, but
I love it with the backflip with the push joint. Let's go. With another save.
We're gonna call that the salt and pepper. The push it real good.
They still promoting the match like tag team championship match. Like, bro, you're over the time. We know that.
Frazier and them about to pull it off.
Do you think they should move that damn announce table? I hate every time someone goes out that way. Oof. Ooh, homie, catch yourself. Hey, brother, they put butter on them ropes. You know what I mean? Like
Frazier, told you, Frazier butter. I almost roll through.
Ball go game. With the super kick. I'm getting so tired of super kicks, man. Man, oh yeah, they getting paid overtime today. They better pack a lunch. Wesley, you about to take this L?
Take the L.
And there it is.
More TNA talent buried in NXT. Not buried, but you know what I mean.
I wouldn't say buried, but I get what you're going, because I mean, it would have been a nice surprise to see something a little different.
Like I said, when you got cross promotions and we don't know the deals. We don't know what they can and can't do. NXT Tag Team Champions in NXT would be crazy.
That's why I wonder what's the deal with Joe Hendry. He's getting so much push from WWE.
Yeah, and there's no payoff unless he signs. There's no payoff because he's not going to carry NXT Gold into TNA.
I wouldn't say there's no payoff. I just because
Joe Hendry's the only one that really benefits from this, to be honest.
Well, the TNA company / NXT benefits.
NXT don't benefit. Nobody's watching TNA because of that.
Well, we don't know yet, right? And you got to look at this. How many people are tuning in because of Joe Hendry? Remember, the 3 until Roman Reigns returned, until this SummerSlam, the number 1 most viewed thing on Twitter was Joe Hendry coming to WWE. So now you brought eyes to NXT that NXT wasn't able to do on their own.
I think those eyes was already there.
Just how?
More of a reason.
The ratings are up. The numbers are up.
Ratings and social media ain't the same thing, Jerry.
which makes more money. That's money.
Hey,
That's
Wesley turned on him.
ooh.
One day
I
you're
don't
gonna step out your numbers analytic box and deal with what you looking at.
Nah, bro. You got to step in the box, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I can't
Money
step in the box when
rules
I
it
don't.
all. What money rules it all. If you can't bring money, and every wrestler has said this, if you cannot sell a ticket, if you're not putting eyes to the company, bringing in advertising dollars, man, got no use for you.
That's not true.
What do you mean it's not true? You have to draw money.
So every wrestler in WWE draws money.
There is a purpose for everybody on that roster to a point. They use them for house shows. They do all type of metrics. You have dark matches. They listen to the crowd response. They did this for Lex. People talk about Lex Luger never got a shot. You know what they did with Lex Luger? They put the belt on this man, had him walk out and walk back with his music playing.
30 years ago.
That's,
This 2024.
no,
you can't apply it. Then it's different than now.
You can't.
Wrestling is totally different now, and numbers are manipulated. You can't always look at the numbers.
You can't do that, because what I'm telling you, like dark matches, right? You don't see a number from dark matches.
Nobody goes to a show for a dark match.
You're bugging, bro. You mean to tell me Bret Hart versus Psycho Sid versus Shawn Michaels dark match? No one. That's the main event.
It's a dark match, so it's not even advertised. So how would you buy a ticket to something you know is not happening?
I'm talking about house shows. Remember, they're performing all through the week. We only get televised events on Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
I like
when you sell a house show, they have the whole. They'll give you the card. You might get the card. You might not get the card. But even
so you bought a ticket to a wrestling match for a dark match. You bought a ticket to say I'm going to see Santino versus R-Truth in a dark match.
One of the last joints I went to was Kane, X-Pac, and The Rock versus Triple H, The Undertaker, and The Big Show. Yes, and that was the dark match. Yes.
You win, Jerry.
It's not even I win.
I'm not on this hill. It's a dark match. How can you say you can't look at numbers, bro? Not advertised is what I'm asking.
Hold on. When you, it's not dark matches doesn't mean they're not advertised. Dark matches are matches not put on TV. That doesn't mean they're not advertised, because they'll be advertised to whatever location, but we don't get it as the viewer on TV. Like Cody Rhodes having all these speaking engagements on SmackDown. That doesn't mean he's not wrestling on SmackDown. You see what I'm saying? It just means we don't see it as the live viewer. And you can't tell me numbers
on a roster does not draw money. Is what I'm telling
you. You can't even make that statement, because every wrestler has said the same thing since the beginning of time. If you don't draw money, you gone.
So when WCW was acquired and wrestlers sat home, Shawn Michaels sat home. Was he drawing money, or was he?
That's a businessman. That's why I say numbers. No, you can't shake your head.
He's not drawing money. You can't draw money sitting at home.
You have to understand the business side. The same thing companies do to pay a person to not go, right? Perfect example, because this is a wrestling battle rap podcast. Why does URL pay people to not take battles? Because they'll make more money they'll make another company enough money that could potentially compete with them. Shawn Michaels made $750,000 a year during a 4-year injury until WCW was acquired. Why? So he doesn't go to WCW and start doing commentary or pop up there all of a sudden healthy, because now he's cleared.
Every wrestler does not draw money, is what I'm telling you.
You say what happened? Who doesn't draw money?
Every wrestler on a roster is not drawing money.
Right, and sometimes you won't see them. But what I'm saying is, you said you can't follow the numbers. I need to snap out of it. But that's the craziest.
You can't believe the numbers, because numbers are manipulated. We live in a day and age of bots. We live in a day of trolls. We live in a day of paid promotions. We live in a day of companies doing deals with people and brands to where those numbers are not true numbers.
Even with numbers not being so-called true and not because of bots, what happens to somebody who gets, perfect example, right? With artists. If your concert tickets don't sell, what they do, they cancel. First, they'll cancel the tour. You lose sponsorship. That money has to be paid back. And if that cannot be done, that artist gets dropped. Same thing with wrestling. Psycho Sid just had an interview talking about drawing money. And when they tried to bury him, when Vince was buying, he was like, "Damn, this guy is still drawing money." Ticket sales are up when he's at. They have the analytics to your segments. You can watch that. You can do the same thing on YouTube. I can tell you exactly where we get our high spots in every one of our shows. And then we watch the show and go, oh, this is what we were talking about. Let's talk about it again next week and see if we repeat that. It does. It happens. How you think Stone Cold 316 got marketed?
I'll
Seen
let
the
you
sign.
have it. That's your world. It's not my world. I don't pretend that it is my world. I know as a fan of wrestling what I see, what I like, and what I don't like. And that's what I base my decision on. I don't look at the numbers. I don't work with
Yeah,
that.
I mean, that makes sense too. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. It makes sense. But in a corporate world, like when they asked me about
I don't even check my food when I order takeout. So you think I'm looking at wrestling merchandise numbers?
You bucket. I get you on that. I
brought home a salad without dressing the other night, and I damn near had to sleep on the couch. So yeah, I don't even check my food order. So
I count my money when it come out the ATM. I trust nothing.
That's the problem. Now, not the problem, but that's how you live. The Archie Carter, King HP. We just chatting it up. We just watched the main event of NXT live right here on Attitude Era Podcast. Shout out to Instagram. Shout out to Twitter. Shout out to YouTube. And shout out to you for tapping in the chat. We started watching the main event live and talking through, and we just landed on a conversation about what we was talking about.
I'm a numbers guy.
While Wesley just did a turn on MSK, which I liked. So main event was good. Axel and Frazier retain their titles. Wesley turns on MSK. That story just got a whole lot interesting. Great American Bash Night 2 on NXT. This is the recap. HP, where you want to start at?
We can start. I mean, we just watched the end. We'll start at the end. You say you like the turn. I like that turn. Him throwing him through. Him getting a little bit more vicious. Finding that little streak. The only thing I'm not mad, but I like the Rascals, like that 6-man tag. I was just alluding to it. So like, damn, now I'm definitely not getting that.
That's the problem. They're signed to TNA. They're TNA talent. So that was my thing. I didn't pick them to win the titles because we don't know what's going on with them and their contract and obligations. The real question is, who the hell gonna be Axel and Frazier? Because they're making these guys seem unbeatable. They've been blowing through teams for the past few months.
On top of that,
while slowly breaking apart because Axel just caught a kick to the face tonight. So
I hope whoever does it is an NXT team, meaning don't go get another main roster team and bring them down, right? I don't want that to happen. I want a team that's already there, or maybe form a new team that from their talent to do it. And their storyline there, because they're just slowly breaking up. It's just still no one's good enough.
Ain't nothing worse than a slow breakup. Why you doing this to me, baby? Why you doing this to me? Just go. Just go.
It hurts, don't it? It hurts.
Oh, it's slow. That's slow. Let it burn. Slow burn. I don't want the slow burn.
I ain't gonna hold
But that was the main event. Good main event. Good night. I think night 2 might have been a little bit better than night 1. I enjoyed both. Great American Bash. Let's start at the top and run through it. Chat, y'all know what it is. Get active. We try to catch all the comments that we can and talk to y'all just how we talk to each other. It's just wrestling. It's a matter of taste. And you got good taste if you're watching Attitude Era Podcast with the Archie Carter and King HP, aka Money.
Mr. Analytical.
Numbers. That's your new name, Numbers.
Yo, but they say men lie, women lie. The numbers don't.
And that's a lie too. So,
yo, we start off the night. I didn't think this was going to start off the night. Pete Dunne versus Trick Williams.
Let's just get to it. Pete Dunne beat Trick Williams. What is going on with Trick Williams?
This is a good question because
talk about a slow burn. This ship is going down. And we rock with Trick Williams. Trick Williams got an interview right here on Attitude Era Podcast with DNA. We talked to Trick Williams. Trick Williams introduced the Attitude Era Podcast family, DNA, to Shawn Michaels. NXT. We plugged in. Trick Williams is our guy, but it looks like he's not the guy in NXT no more. He went from being in the ring with Cody, defending his title, defending his title, losing his title, not even in the title picture anymore.
So here's what I have to say
What
about
happened
that.
to rematch clause?
Okay, perfect. You going. What happened to a rematch clause? This is where I get a little upset. NXT booking gets a little crazy for me, where I'm still trying to understand it. You had a fatal 4-way. Javion Evans took that pin. Shawn Spears held Trick outside the ring. Trick was distraught about that belt. Technically speaking, he still is, because he's like, but Pete Dunne come up to, I'm tired of you bitching and complaining. Okay, sir. They get busy, but now it seems like ego is a forgot because he got a new problem. However, that's wrestling though. That's how it's supposed to go when you want someone to slide to the side.
But you know what else is wrestling? The champion getting a rematch.
But here's the thing they did.
Trick
They
Williams ain't
slid
got a rematch. He ain't got a match for a cigarette. He ain't got a match in
not a cigarette.
spades. He ain't got a match in Uno. He ain't got a matchbox car. He ain't got nothing.
I'll say this, and I've said this before about NXT with Trick. He don't need the title to be the man. So
Yeah,
now
but
it's like,
it
let's
just
make some.
looks bad because not only does he lose his title, he's losing every match he's in.
Well, it's only been one match.
That's every.
However, you're
And
right.
one
It
week he
is
wasn't
everyone
on
because
TV. He was
the first
backstage.
one.
He was backstage texting Ilya Dragunov. That led to nothing. Pete Dunne pops up. I don't know what's going on with Trick because he was the hottest thing. He had a Lash Legend storyline. They clipped that. He was the champ. They clipped that. He was in the ring with Cody Rhodes. And we're gonna talk about the NXT guys, the announcement. I told y'all CM Punk was gonna be in NXT. Y'all thought I was tripping. I know what I be talking about. So Trick Williams took an L to Pete Dunne. I love the Bruiserweight. I think Pete Dunne is a fantastic wrestler. He's a good mix of technical submission. Like he does a lot and he does it well. I just wish he was 4 inches taller. So pause.
I love the bruiserweight thing. I thought their match was very physical, and then it's not over because backstage, I think it was on hour 2, they had another altercation in the back. So now it's like, all right, him and Pete Dunne. But here's my thing, right? You want to have as much talent as you can. So when you're number one guy, he loses the title. It's not necessarily like, oh, you have to do that, but you're doing it to see a couple things. Can we make other stars, right? Can Ego hold this belt? Ego's beefing with Oro Mensa, which I wouldn't have picked him, but
Get him
so
out of
be it.
here. If
So
DNA
be
was
it.
here, we'd say, get him the fuck out of here.
I think who's you guys saying? I said Trick will get his title back. He's just getting built up to the main event spot. Ronnie, what's good?
He was the main event.
No. But you can't. People see this. This is the
Trick Williams not
booking.
getting the title back.
This is the booking of Triple H that has people now to think like this. Everyone has to have a long title run. Oh, he's getting hot. Yeah, take it off him. Why? Why is it? Be calm. Be calm, because this is what we have to do. Even in boxing, anything UFC, anything with titles, people just don't win forever unless you're John
But you
Jones.
get a rematch. Trick Williams hasn't had a rematch. He hasn't even sniffed the title. He hadn't sniffed Ethan Page. The separation is
Now,
he's getting further and further away from it, is what I'm saying.
I agree with you, because that's a fact. We saw it live when he hit Dragunov, which I get. I don't know why I picked Dragunov, but remember, Dragunov was the man in NXT, so he's going to somebody that has that experience to say, "Yo, I can't even." I don't remember. He was saying, "I don't feel the same without my title. I need my title back." It was Pete Dunne that snuck through the back door and started wilding like, "Yo, you over here crying? These grown ass men crying." You know what I'm saying? And before it was Pete Dunne, it was Cedric Alexander. They tried to guide Trick, like, yo, you can get your title back. This is how we go about doing it.
And
Trick
Ashante Adonis. And that was it's like they trying to figure out what to do with him, I think.
I think they know. I just think you gotta build stars and give other people shots. And if it doesn't work, then you take the title off him.
Well,
It
the
was working
old NXT formula was when you lose your title, the next step was main roster. Now people are staying in NXT, and which is good because
which is good.
but it's like if it's wrestling, few things in wrestling don't change. And I've never known a champion to not get a rematch or at least confront the person that took, like, he got on the mic, but it's like, come on, man. I just think they're kind of slowly separating Trick from that main event spot. And Ronnie said they set him up for the main event. How much bigger can he get? He headlined and he was in the ring with Cody Rhodes. So we'll
I
see
agree.
what happens.
Rope from 803 on Instagram. What's up, buddy? You know what I'm saying? We see you.
Peace.
You know what I'm saying? We see you over there. We see all Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter comments. But I'm on Twitter. I got my Android. I got my iPhone. If you ever see me pop over the girl, don't tell her I got two phones. You know what I mean? But that's what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? We're gonna monitor it all so we can make sure we get as many of these comments in here. Trick will get it back. I'm not worried. It's just building to grab the audience attention and make you worry. Is Trick getting his title? That Trick, yeah, I got you. I'm fucking your whole shit up, Ronnie. I'm so sorry. And I agree with you. I also agree with Archie because I wish it would have just went through a rematch first. But somebody stepped in his way.
What makes more sense, Ora Mensa or Trick Williams with Ethan Page?
I'm not going to answer that because I think we all know the answer to that. But here's how it went. Ora Mensa was already beefing with Ethan. They were setting that up as Ethan was trying to challenge for the belt. Then on the flip, Trick, we hadn't seen him without the belt in so long that when he lost it, he don't know how to act. People are trying to console him, right? Then he had a good match with Cedric Alexander, and then he has a good match with Pete Dunne and Willie Nice. Get into NXT, bro. It's 2 hours of good wrestling from top to bottom, pretty most part. Promos need work, but remember, this is developmental. This is where they go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, just bury him, why don't you?
No. I mean, I remember the Lola Vice. She was crying. But when you watch Lola Vice in the ring, you watch Roxanne in the ring, you watch Kalani Jordan in the ring, when you watch Pete Dunne in the ring, when you watch Trick Williams, they are all fantastic. And there's so many more. I'm just naming a few to start. They're fantastic. If the main roster could have this good of wrestling, but the thing is, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying NXT, it's almost like it's not, it feels like it's not even developmental anymore. Because again, TNA is not developmental. They're a real wrestling company that's in third place essentially. And guess what? We got their top guys coming over having great matches with your developmental. You know, so that's a testament. Because remember, OVW and FCW, Florida Championship Wrestling, and OVW was,
I've been saying that for a while. When they changed from the black and gold brand, it's because NXT was on the heels of Raw and SmackDown. They probably would have never beat them in numbers just because of the size, but and the day and the programming. But people were saying NXT was better. The shows, weekly shows, was better than the A and B shows, and those takeovers were better than the pay-per-views they were having. NXT was a serious problem, and I think they try to pump the brakes on a lot of that, and because they want to control it. You can't have something getting big. The Rock is what happens when you let something get bigger than your company and brand, and it leaves you. So I think they're really trying to monitor NXT to where they put on good shows, but they still, hey, it is developmental. We know it's developmental, but it was its own thing at one point. The black and gold NXT run was the best, and it produced a lot of top talent, but that top talent was doing top talent things down in NXT. So it's technically developmental, and now it seems more developmental, which is cool. But back then, black and gold brand was a problem.
I feel like it's almost reversed, and at this, like, not reversed, because that black and gold was when they did the Nexus. Because remember, it was Nexus too, and all that. We had Wade
but
Barrett.
After Nexus, you got them who came after, man. NXT,
the Seth Rollinses, the Roman Reigns, the Dean Ambrose, like they all came, and they're still
Oscar, Bailey, Sasha, Becky.
the whole women's revolution.
All that
came
was
up.
NXT.
Bray Wyatt.
You go into Bray Wyatt, then you go into the Undisputed Era. You go into Adam Cole. You know, all that. Even Enzo and Cat, like the Street Profits, like American Alpha. All this was NXT, and they was doing that stuff in NXT. So it is developmental, but it wasn't so.
It starts to feel like it's not. It starts to feel like you're just watching wrestling on a Tuesday that's vaguely connected to WWE, but it's its own thing. It has its own feel. So it definitely has its own feel.
So after Trick Williams loses, what happens, HP?
You get my girl Kalani Jordan, you know what I'm saying, defending her North American Women's title against Tatum Paxley.
Fire. Kalani's fire.
Yes.
Kalani Jordan. Only thing, we got a little beef. We don't approve of who she dating because HP was next, but we're gonna get there.
Man, I was heartbroken. But shout out to them, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Salute,
shout out to
whatever.
him. But
Shout out to him.
him literally. Yeah, Kalani Jordan, Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley, they've been pushing. She was the one they sent over to TNA to answer Jordan Grace's open challenge. Good match. Kalani, man, she that gymnastic athletic background she has, it works. It
Did she
works.
did she sell you on Anita night or no?
Yeah.
She did? Okay.
It sold me worse than Jacob.
I don't think Jacob. I still don't know if Jacob Fatu is hurt. I hope he's not, and that's a great sell. And if he is hurt, it's like, oh shit. We don't want. I'm not gonna say anything bad because I don't want to talk badly. But Tamaloa is comedy to me at this point. Not in a negative way. Yes, in a negative way. But however,
yeah, that was a good match. Kalani retains her title. She showed. I saw some things from her I didn't see before, and it looked like she finished with 2 finishes because she did the flippy thing off the rope.
I also like where they're going with Wendy Choo. Now, remember, we talked about Wendy Choo going back almost 7 weeks, give or take. Whenever she started debuting as the sleepyhead, like
she's been sleepy, but now she's like,
she's so aggressive with it. Like it's aggressive. Her whole
know
wrestling
what she
style.
like? Know what she like? HP. She like them things on from when you leave the door open.
Bro, we can't talk about from on here. If we start talking about from on here, my whole mind will venture off. You know
That's a good comparison, though.
But it is, and she has like
it's a quote from my man said. You ever notice them things don't run? They walk.
They walk
because they know we don't got nowhere to go. That's Wendy Choo,
bro. I'm happy you just.
I told you I was watching that show. You didn't believe
me. Yo, it's a lit. I think with Wendy Choo, I love her the way she is. Tonight, she gives her the doll. Tatum Paxley looks like to console her. Kalani Jordan's looking on like, what weirdos? And fucking Wendy Choo put Tatum Paxley right to sleep. And then gonna stare at Kalani because Kalani went over there hobbled like, let me go help. Oh shit, hell nah. I ain't about to help. Put that girl to sleep. And I'm looking forward to that match. And I'm hoping, as much as Kalani's been my pick, every time there's a PLE, I'm always correct with her. But if she goes against Wendy Choo, I'm going to pick Wendy.
I'm going to pick Wendy. That'll be tough. We'll see. But yeah, they're building something with Wendy, Kalani, and Tatum and that whole little crew, which is good because that gives them something to do. And it's a story. And story. What I like about NXT is like everybody that wrestle, it's a reason why they're wrestling. It's not just a match. And it's not a match that's going to throw back to, for example, Judgment Day. The match didn't throw back to Judgment Day. It's a match that throws back to them or something that set up something else. NXT is very well produced, and you get a lot in 2 hours.
I no disagreement from me. I love NXT. People like Willie Nice. Really nice.
Check it out next week. Check it out and let us know what you think. And if you don't like it, I'll sing you a T-shirt or something.
Oh shit! I don't like it.
I'll sing you a T-shirt.
Nah, for real though. Like it's good wrestling, and also when you think about how they're developmental, it makes it even better because it's like, damn, they're good as fuck.
Yeah. So I mean, check it out, Willie. What after Wendy did her thing? What we got?
Yo, then we get Aura Mensah versus Ethan Page. I'm not impressed with this match. I like
Ethan won. Move on. Nothing else to say.
My bad. But yeah,
nothing else to say. It's nothing to talk about with Aura Mensah. Like we talk about how good some people are. Unfortunately, no knock on Aura.
The top rope botch kind of killed me.
I don't know if it was a botch or part of the match. I don't know.
I think I want to say it was a part of the match. I don't want
the best part of this match was the fact that we got to see Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. That's the best part of this match to me.
Damn. I wouldn't say that, but I get how you say that because again,
I like Ethan Page. I have nothing against Aura Mensah. I just don't know why Aura is in the spot when your former champion should be or other people. Sean Spears disappeared. The young OG is doing young OG things. Nobody that was in that title hunt is hunting that title, and I just think that's a weird move considering that how hot. Like I said, Trick Williams was in the ring with Cody Rhodes. It gets no bigger than that. So Ethan Page wins. I was an Ethan Page fan when he was in AEW. I thought he was good. Then before that, I thought Ethan Page was good. I know why Ethan Page is the man, but he needed a good, solid win because they had him looking a little corny. He won the title on a fluke. He got rolled up the last 2 weeks by Ora Mensa.
I wouldn't say it was a fluke. Well, okay, I remember. Right. He took the trick shot and fell onto. That's right.
Yeah. So, and
that's a dope win.
It's a dope finish, but
it's a dope finish.
That's what Trick Williams should be saying. You did not beat me.
I'm with you. Okay, now that you say that, let's
talk. You did not beat me.
You know what this reminds me of? And it's funny because the producer, not the producer, but the guy in charge, Shawn Michaels, right? I remember a match back when Eric Bischoff was running Raw and he was fighting Triple H for the world title. And they had a great match, fire. And Shawn super kicks Hunter and just falls over the top of him. And the ref counts Shawn's shoulders down. And I felt like that was the vibe from the whole, because Trick ended Ethan, but then Shawn pulled him out and then Ethan's body fell on top of Javion. Yeah, and he just fell into the championship. So
sometimes it can just slip in.
After that, you know what I'm saying? But then we have my man's say his name and he'll appear. You don't rock with him, huh?
I like Joe. Sometimes, like you ever found a band or like a TV show or something that you watched and it was your shit.
Yeah.
And then everybody got hold of it and you like, oh man. That's how I feel about Joe Hendry right now.
Damn.
You want me to lie to you or keep it funky?
I appreciate the honesty.
And it could be just me. I just think there's enough attractions in wrestling. You know what really bothered me? The way Wade Barrett's career ended. Wade Barrett was hot. I was waiting for a Wade Barrett return. He started doing the bad news segments. I'm afraid I got bad news and never wrestled again. Wrestling doesn't always need the attraction or sideshow. You got to wrestle at some point, Joe Hendry. I know it's fun. I know it's cool. I know this is what he's been doing before WWE, even TNA on the Indies. He's been doing that, but he's already over. You don't need to get somebody over because then it gets a little tired to me.
What do you mean? He wrestled tonight. He had Joe Coffey. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't want Joe Hendry singing. I don't want no more concerts.
Well, you don't want all the other stuff.
That's what I'm saying. The attraction part of it. You're already over. Like,
I'm a beg to differ with you, right? Because normally I would like to want to actually agree with you, but I watch and I compare him to The Rock, right? Now I know it's no comparison. I know it's no comparison.
That's the problem. Because people who don't know the past are going to say he's doing exactly what The Rock's doing, knowing he was doing that already. So. But go ahead.
No. He takes a pay. Who was wrestling first? Obviously, The Rock. The Rock goes back to like 96, maybe 97. Joe Hendry wasn't wrestling until 96, 97. When The Rock gets hot in 99, well, The Rock was hot before 99, but 99, I think he wins his first world title. Maybe 98 or 99. I think Triple H won 99. He wins in 98, give or take, give or whatever. Someone please correct me in the comments. You start to take things from people because before Rock was doing concerts, you had J E double F J A double R E double T. Like what? We don't want to hear your shit.
Yeah,
people are always doing that kind of shtick.
Things evolve and they get new, but the last reference point of that for most people is The Rock, and you're never going to surpass that. And people are going to think, oh, he's doing what The Rock doing, knowing he was already done. It's like the GTS thing in Kenta. CM Punk pretty much took this man's moveset and his finisher, and it's like. So, good old Phil.
Well, damn. Well, we got that. And then we go into a weird match with Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray. Now, I forgot about Kendall Gray. I said that, I think it was 2 NXT's ago, so now she's back
Why
on
are
my
they giving her
radar.
these strength spots every week?
What's the point of them? I don't know. They got her taken out. It's always a dude. She takes out a dude, and
If this was Nia Jax, if this was Rhea Ripley, even if this was Ivy Now, who's not the biggest, but she's jacked,
but she's jacked.
I
Yeah.
would believe it. If it was, it's other people on the roster that could. Lash Legend slammed Otis, so it would be believable. But it's like, why is she in this particular spot? I don't know. But again, it's developmental. That's all I can lean on when it doesn't make sense. But when there's big things on the main roster that don't make sense, I can't say it's developmental. But I'm gonna start saying it.
I'm gonna also say with you that I think I it was also to get the Tony D'Angelo in a Heritage Cup situation. So
Yeah.
I get it. You tie that in. Now Range Sinclair is a member of the No Quarter Catch crew. Cool. Jack Dempsey gets his rematch for the Heritage Cup. Angelo. I look forward to that. However,
Yawn.
this should have been what opened the fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have this much interest after I watched Trick Williams and Pete Dunne. They fire Joe Hendry, the whole crowd. He's literally got the crowd eating out of his hand.
Coffee, you Kalani, like you.
This is the wrong spot of the order.
It wasn't. I hate when I'm listening to an album and it's not sequenced right. The sequencing of things are important because if that album don't flow, it's not a good listen. That just was
Right.
like I don't want to call it cold, but it was definitely not. It didn't match the rest of the previous what was in front of it. So
Yes, if this opens the show and you're telling me next we got Pete Dunne and Trick Williams or we got Joe Henry's in the building, like, okay, that, you know what I'm saying? But we've had all that. Then we get this, and then we're going into a Rascals match. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, with Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Like, nah, it's this. It didn't.
maybe they
fit.
put it there to bring it down because they knew the main event would pick it back up. I don't know.
That's possible too. But again, Ren Sinclair, she wins. She's back in No Quarter Catch crew. Dempsey's gonna get his Heritage Cup rematch with Tony D'Angelo. I love those Heritage Cup matches, so we'll see how that goes. I think it might be next week. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But this is the last segment of Bash, the Great American Bash. Before we get back,
Parker wrestle?
huh?
Didn't Jada Parker wrestle?
No, she had a segment. She had a segment talking about with Lola Vice and
she got a couple of segments I like.
I'm waiting. See, here's the problem. When you go to the main roster, it's kind of like going from high school to college, or from whatever league to the NBA. Like, okay, you were good there, but we already got shit running here. So now it might take a year or two or three. Like,
Only thing about a Jada Parker right now is you have a Naomi, a Bianca, and a Jade.
Yep.
And it's the same kind of thing.
Now, here's the thing, though. If you bring it to Raw, I think it's a better fit because they don't have that. The supers like Bianca, Jade, and Naomi, they all talk and walk like you. But on Raw, we don't have that at all. And you got Nia.
I would rather see Jada and Bianca as a team versus Bianca and Jade. I think they would have a lot more synergy and a better. It just seems Jade and Bianca don't seem like it's really a mesh there. To me, it looks good, but
it just looks good on paper. It looks good in the ring, but it's two strength spots, and they look unstoppable, but they keep getting beat, and it's more because
they've been stopped.
They've been stopped, and the thing is, it's like they get stopped in weird ways, but we know Bianca's pedigree. Jade is like,
see, because I say that because Bianca in NXT was what Jade Parker is now.
Yep, and that'd be fire.
It'd be this. They had the same kind of thing, so I think that'd be a dope team. But
also, I think they're different vastly because Jade Cargill's a strength spot girl. Bianca can do the strength spots. I think Jade's a Street Fighter brawler who can kind of just like bring some diversity to her ring repertoire. You know what I mean? Versus Jade, who's just gonna follow suit. Hey, we got to both do. Okay, let's do the slam. Okay, boom. Hey, look at this. Boom. Let's start. Like that's all you're good
The
for.
weird thing they do with their arms.
Yeah, and I'm not shitting on Jade. It's just
No, Jade. I mean, first of all,
I want more.
anybody in the World Wrestling Federation, dang, WWF, the World Wrestling Entertainment Company, AEW, TNA, HOG, MLW, AEW. First of all, you don't just get to these places by not being good at what you're doing.
Yes, facts.
So, talent wise, to reach a certain level in wrestling, you have to have the talent, but then you also have to have the drive. But you also have to be safe in the ring, and you have to develop. Now, when you get to these places, what happens after that is on you. But I'm not ever going to knock anybody that ever steps in the wrestling ring, anybody that ever takes a bump, anybody that ever steps in the ring for my enjoyment. I'm never going to shit on them. Let's get that clear because they doing that for us. I mean, so I'm not that harsh of a critic. I just, like to look at things with my fan eyes and, talk about it. So what's going on IG, man? Nothing. Kind of quiet
nothing
over
really,
there.
nothing crazy, nothing off the top.
Okay.
I just forgot to share it, and my screen has been locked.
Oh, you all caught up then. Yeah. So good night, Great American Bash. We started with the main event because we was watching the main event live. Solid show. Night 2 was definitely better than night 1 as a whole.
Do you think? Hold on, I gotta go back and review my notes. Oh yeah, it was.
Go look at it.
Jada Parker fought Machine. No, hold on. This is old. I'm sorry.
Do you remember if Nikita Lyons, how was she in the ring before she got hurt?
I thought she'd be okay. I thought Aura meant to beat more Miles. Oh, this is old. I'm looking at some old joints, some old notes.
You're turning old homework, man. Look at you.
Out here cheating. But it's all good.
Tomorrow, for those who do know, there will not be a double up tomorrow, but we're going to go live tomorrow. Tell you about some things because the next double up is 5 times as nice, I believe. We'll get there. We're going to talk to y'all live tomorrow sometime during the day. Me and HP going to, go through double ups and everything we got going on here. So, yeah, if you're looking for the double up, go watch the other 6.
Yo, we definitely going to talk about those other 6.
We gotta do some talking. We'll say a little bit of straightening. Ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening.
Bro, I got so many notes. I gotta stop handwriting these notes. I gotta get with the time. What up, Lulu? What
you guys? You could just get rid of the notes when you're done with them. I mean, it's not like we recording a broadcast to the world or nothing.
You might be right. I'm tired of looking for these notes too.
And anybody that's been following me on YouTube while I played at WWE 2K24, I will be not playing on there for the next 2 weeks because I got a strike. So I'm in YouTube jail, people, on my 24-hour karate school channel. Games, talk about anime, and everything else. So I gotta be on Twitch and TikTok. But follow me on TikTok at DRG Carter and Twitch at DRG Carter for the gaming and TV stuff and all that other stuff. Cause I got a strike on my record. Got a little dirt on my jacket.
I'm gonna say this: you gotta be careful with them YouTubes. I ain't gonna hold you. Gotta be careful with the YouTubes. But tomorrow still is Thursday Game with the Gang, so we're gonna get something.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. We're covering NXT. That means it's Tuesday.
Hey shout out to in this life, I don't know what day of the week it is, but I will say this.
Vinny, free me, man, till it's backwards, man.
I do appreciate everybody tapping in. Tomorrow we will do the double up. Not live, but we're just going to kind of go over those double ups and make sure that's a good time to really jump in. Hey, y'all lied. Not live because we ain't lied, but I disagree with who you got in the rafters. And that is a time to really.
We could do it live. It's up to you.
I say we do it live at 6 because 6 is the time we're supposed to drop it. We can
6.
go live at 6. The double up
Uh,
recap. We doubling up on the double up. I don't know. Whatever is gonna be, worded. Miss Awesome Saucy talking spicy. But that's gonna be tomorrow.
yeah.
So
So
tap in, tune in for that.
we're gonna double
And
down on the double ups.
double down
Double
on
down.
double ups. And also keep in mind this too. With that double up that happens, and Thursday we gaming with the gang. Friday is SmackDown. We're gonna be live for that recap. And make sure you tune in because we're waiting on some certain things to get clarified, and there may be some more changes coming to the YouTube page, which is gonna all benefit. It's gonna all benefit y'all. Y'all gonna get the content. You might be getting more content coming here. But also, if you see at the bottom of the screen, that Patreon is scrolling. So if you want to get things earlier or you want to see some additional shows that we are doing, that's where to
And
go.
we're gonna give y'all a little taste of what's actually on the Patreon. Yeah, man. Ellis SmackDown. It gotta open with Roman.
I hope it doesn't. It should. I hope it doesn't.
If
I
they
hope
don't
it
open
opens-
with him, they're gonna save him for last, and then some.
Yes. But I also think if you open with Roman, okay, when they do film, right? You remember the Jaws movies? There was a reason if you watch the original Jaws, they didn't show you Jaws like an hour in.
That movie scared me as a kid. I thought a shark was under our couch and it was gonna come eat me. Thank you for triggering me, HP, and now I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
Yo, my man sit under the couch. Yo, he wilding.
I was a kid, so a
I
movie never scared you as a kid.
Oh, absolutely. I was scared to go to bed. Freddy
The
Krueger.
Exorcist and Jaws.
I was never so.
Children
was
of the
never,
Corn are movies I would not watch to this day.
Definitely fucking freaked me out.
I would not watch those movies to this day because of when I saw them as a child.
Blair Witch caught me. I'm from the time when Blair Witch first came out. It was the first of its kind to be shot like that, and everyone thought it was real footage in the theater. And then they had those documentaries on a certain channel.
Oh, they tricked
for the Blair Witch.
Like,
so
they
got us
300 mil or some crazy amount of money.
Yeah, and I'm from Jersey, so where I lived at that time was by a little forest. So we went to the late night show, watched that shit. Niggas dropped me.
Ain't
hey
no
man,
trees in New Jersey.
Ain't no. We got shrubbery. We got shrubbery. But my yo, anybody in the chat from Jersey got to get an Archie, man, for that one. Yeah, I got trees in Jersey. Yeah, because they smoking them all. So
I lived in Jersey. I lived in Elizabeth and I lived in Chatham. So
I used to get my hair cut in Elizabeth back when we had the frames, so you leave the border of your joint, you know what I'm saying?
I lived off Magnolia Street off the 1 and 9, right behind the Sonic. You heard? Yeah, my Jersey card is legit. You feel me? Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying?
But my man said we ain't got no shrubbery in Jersey. What the fuck?
I lived on the 3rd floor of a building. Halloween. Freddie messed me up because I was like, I can't go to sleep because he's gonna get me in my dreams.
You know what's fucked up?
We should do this on your Hall Preezy Universe channel. Talk about movies that scared us as children. That'd be a good topic.
We switch over as soon as this is over. And
Halloween, I didn't really catch the Halloween till later on, but man, Michael Myers couldn't do nothing with him.
Bro, but horror movies are my favorite. So speaking of horror movies, let me tie this back to a little bit of wrestling with Wendy Chu. Do y'all like what we're getting with Wendy Chu, or do you like the Wyatt Six? Right.
I think it's not a comparison, but it is. So, and
because they're the last of the.
Hope when Alexa Bliss comes back, they don't shove her in the Wyatt Six.
I don't think at this point you should.
I think they will because of her relationship with Bray, unless she's the protagonist to Nikki Cross. That way she's in the story, but she's not part of the actual Wyatt.
That's a
she could be back, come back on some Bray wouldn't want this. This ain't his vision type thing. Then he
That's pretty fire too. I didn't even.
Insidious was crazy.
I ain't watching that shit no more.
Conjuring. What was the one where the girl crawled out the TV?
The Ring.
The Ring.
That shit scared the fuck out of me for real. I was in theater seeing it. I stopped watching I stopped watching horror movies when I went to a haunted house. Not
When
like
you,
a haunted house like the ones you pay for around Halloween, but a person that was close to me, I'm not going to disclose their titles or position with me. They were posting about it. They got so freaked they tried to move. So I went over there to help them. When I helped them move, they were bugging because it was almost sunset. And I'm like, yo, who gives a fuck? Like, I didn't believe in that shit at the time. Anyway, long story short, when I'm moving shit, pictures, I'm a nosy nigga. So like I'm going through, I'm trying to see what I might see. I might see something I want to see. And I actually seen something I don't want to see.
there you go.
In the background is an entity. We'll call it that, and we'll leave it at that. And it freaks me out to talk about it because I don't want. But I kept the picture because I'm black, and I felt like if I get rid of it,
freaky ass, you're a 69 guy. What was the movie when it was like the stuff was moving in the house?
Which one is that? That's 1,000 of them. I can go.
No, not Poltergeist. It was kind of recent, and they had like two. It was stuff going on with the house with the kids, and it was shot like Blair Witch, but it wasn't.
Oh, hold on. Shot like Blair Witch.
Where you saw the movie through the camera set up in the house.
Fuck. Because the third one actually oh my god.
It is like 2 or 3 of them because the last one had a little kid in it.
Oh my god.
Paranormal Activity.
Yes.
Woo!
I think it's the third one that freaked me the fuck out.
That's the one where the people died, and I was like, "Oh, they died at the end." Then it was like they had an alternate ending. I'm like, "Oh."
Shout out to you, Vinny. I love Nightmare Wendy. I still have that picture, so I don't like to watch anything spiritual where energy could be potentially transferred. We don't know because we just call everything entertainment.
Yeah. So, I'm big on that too, about what I watch when I'm going to bed. I was just talking to my girl about this.
Yeah.
Like what's a good TV show? And we didn't took the turn off wrestling. We here now. Like if you fall asleep and you wake up, what's a good TV show to wake up to? Because last night I woke up to My Name Is Earl, and I was like, that's good noise to wake up to. Because I don't like sitcoms with laugh tracks in them.
Thank you, Chris Knoll. He said Paranormal Activity. DNA's also watched. Shout out to DNA. Christopher Knoll, the biggest of the bandos in the building. What's good, my boys? I done fell asleep on these.
See, Wendy Chu characters like the Paranormal Activity thing.
I always looked at her as an anime kind of. So the reason why I like
the movie I always watch when they come on TV, and shout out to Roddy Piper. They Live.
My man.
They Live is a good movie. And Roddy Piper, who's the best actor, wrestler turned actor? It's only really two big ones. Cena and Rocky. I'm going to say Cena.
No.
John Cena movies are hilarious, bro.
No.
You watched The Peacemaker?
Yes.
You didn't like Peacemaker?
I love Peacemaker. And there's no slander to that.
And but see, that's the John Cena I want on a John Cena farewell tour is that character.
Yo, Bautista, don't sleep on Bautista.
Drax. Oh, he's got legend Draxes.
But not just Drax. He was firing as Drax, but
I watched a movie with him the other day, and they like knocked on the door.
Yes, that's the movie I'm talking about. The gay couple, and they had a daughter they adopted.
Yeah. He got another movie out right now. I think Kim Jong Un. Is it Kim Jong Un? No,
that's the North Korea leader.
No, Kim the actor.
My nigga, if he got,
from The Hangover. You want to fuck on me?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You talking about Kim Jong Un?
You don't know Kim? He's in Community. He's in Hangover. The little Asian guy. Funny.
I know what you're talking about. I swear to God, I don't know his name though.
Well, him and Batista have a movie I think out now called I Spy or something. The Rock's movies are good, but for a while he was just making movies in jungles, and it was like, get out the jungle, Rock. Get out. If it was a jungle, it was The Rock was in the movie.
The Rock has the best movie prestige out of anybody, and that's almost dealing with Hollywood too.
Yeah, because Cena's become more of a comedy actor.
Yeah, he very much is. You can get stuck in a role. The Rock is like, first of all, The Rock is also. Oh, man, I don't want to say this because I don't want to ever be put in a bad light. The Rock has also gotten known. This is why he gets a lot of hate in Hollywood for fucking up franchises. And I don't know if you guys.
Oof.
No, it's not how I feel. The
I said
Brandon
that's
Fraser.
what he's known for.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know him and Tyrese had beef over him being.
Oh yeah, I can go through them real quick. You know, I do the whole Prison Universe, so I watch all that. So boom, you just mentioned that Fast and the Furious, but going back to the Fast, I'm gonna talk fast. So if you're listening slow, catch up. Fast and the Furious. When you had the Fast and the Furious, you had that, and you did the Hobbs and Shaw. But the Fast and the Furious was already kind of like a family due to the Paul Walker death. They built up like a lot of camaraderie. So then when he went and did his own thing, rubbed people the wrong way, mostly Tyrese. Now going back to the Mummy, that was the whole Brandon Fraser thing. And then he took over the Mummy thing, and people kind of felt away. The last straw, one of the last straws, the DC issue. The DC was
Black
a major.
Adam. Oh
yes, but he had Henry. First of all, man, that was oh my god, that was bad. Henry Cavill, you had him go on Twitter to all his fans.
He was in the jungle. Then he was with the Rampage. Then he went from the jungles to just being on. He had a movie called Skyscraper. He was just in buildings.
I watched that shit. That shit's dumb.
Yeah, some of the most.
Turn your brain off, and it's fun to watch. The Rock has a lot of fun movies that if you turn your brain off, action packed.
What was the one where he's walking around with the 2x4 beating people up? I thought that was kind of cool.
You talking about Walking Tall?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Early, and he was in the movie with John Travolta and Andre 3000, and he played like a gay dude who wanted to be an actor.
I can't. It don't even ring a bell.
Yeah, I watched that movie several times. I don't know if he
Get
was
out
gay.
of the jungle.
I don't want to call him gay.
Saucy. From is fire. Miss Awesome Saucy. Let us know if you watch From, because we might put that on the other channel.
Yeah. So we about to go and wrap it up. We're talking about TV and movies and everything because we.
Oh, let me get back to these chats because I want to make sure I get everybody there. Chris Noel, Ken Jung, something he talking about. Remember talking about?
I forget his name, but the dude is mad funny. He's funny.
Yo, I Spy is me and my daughter's shit. I Spy. What was that one?
I Spy. Who's that? I Spy.
Yo, Chris Noel, please see if you can give us some more details about that.
Is that Eddie Murphy, Owen Wilson?
I think it was. That's what I remember.
Pain and Gain was good. Pain and Gain was good.
That was good. Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, who's one of my favorite actors, but he did and said he's some Hulk Hogan, got some Hulk Hogan in him.
Terry Crews is a wrestler turned actor. I seen that, but no one remembers his wrestling career.
Yeah,
it wasn't very like, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't very.
He also played NFL, I believe, too. So
yeah, he did, but he didn't really prosper in NFL or wrestling. Ice Cube was responsible for putting a lot of people on and gets not a lot of credit, bro. When I mean put them on, Chris Tucker, Mike Epps, Cat Williams, revitalized the career of John Witherspoon.
Don't tell nobody,
bro. If Ice Cube hit me for a movie role, I'm doing it. Matter of fact, Terry Crews.
I always said if they did a movie about Ice Cube, I could have played him, but he had a son that looked just like him.
You mean Ice-T? You cannot be confusing these niggas. There is no way.
I'm more Ice Cube than Ice-T. What you talking about?
I ain't even gonna let you get away with that, brother.
I watch
I
watch Fist Fight like once a month.
Bro, you could go on
and paid in full.
You can go on SVU right now. Dun, 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 dun.
They said the Kurt was running in some black Air Force Ones.
Bam. Miss Awesome Saucy, talking spicy, talking right.
Nah, all right, whatever. I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Yeah, Terry Crews was a wrestler. He just wasn't.
Yeah, Pain and Gain was good. I wanted to sit down and watch all of the Marines one day. Then I was like, no.
Randy Orton got a Marine too, I believe, as well.
Randy Orton, Ted DiBiase, and John Cena and The Miz were the Marines.
I forgot about The Miz has one
and
too.
If those were the Marines, we would probably be in trouble.
We'd be fucked. I actually like John Cena's though.
Big Show got a show on Netflix. I think it's called Big Show.
Big Show, yeah. Why the fuck did they call him the Big? Could we put in the chat a better name for this motherfucker, man? I like the Giant in WCW. The Big Show was like, all right, man.
Big Show was kind of hard. The theme and the truck and all that was cool, but Paul
Well,
White is a hard name actually too. Like Paul
I,
White, that's
do you
hard.
feel like now that they've signed a TKO, they should take some more UFC boxing style, like the Heritage Cup? You have rounds, right? Make I don't know what kind of match you want to call it, but a match where you have more rounds, more than 3 minutes per se. But it's like you know how you have the Iron Man matches, right? Like revitalize the Iron Man matches, make them 5 minute rounds.
I don't.
No,
I think you don't reinvent the wheel with wrestling, but you do tweak it. So Randy's movie. Kane had the horror movie. David Otunga
I
was in
see
it.
no evil. See no evil.
See no evil. The Call. David Otunga was in it. I
Well,
don't know
Carl
why
was on I Love New York.
Halle Berry was in that. I don't know why the WWE studio and movies don't really blow up or connect.
No, they do sometimes.
I watched the last one where Keith Lee was the main character and the little kid had the mask on. I watched that.
Well, I think one, the movie's got to be better quality. See No Evil kind of worked for a Halloween movie, but they didn't follow up. Kane kind of worked. They didn't follow up with nothing. I think that would have been a cult classic type of movie, like you know what I'm saying. But
I
whatever.
think Roman Reigns is a star.
I would be
Roman
careful.
Reigns looks like a star. He moves like a star. And if Roman Reigns can't be the next big star, it's just not going to happen because low key, Batista has the best movie
Pedigree.
And discography if you want to compare them because
No one's fucking with
three
Bautista.
Guardians of the Galaxies alone.
Don't forget Infinity War and Endgame are in his catalog, just
Solid.
off the strength,
You
whether
can't,
big
you
roles or
can't,
not.
you can't overlook that. But
Now I'm gonna say this about Roman: be careful. Roman has the opportunity to go into Hollywood, probably if he wants to. I'm sure.
he's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
However, if Roman picks for this, is going if DNA was here, he's gonna fucking pause me. So I'm trying to find a way to fucking
say it. Then I'm going to sleep with a Jerry pause on my brain.
He needs to find heartthrob type of roles.
Oh, I already said Roman Reigns is a handsome man. I'm not going. Hey, the man, he look good. So he looks like a star. He looks like somebody that can be on a movie poster. He just looks like, you know, what did they say? How did you know you had a star in wrestling? When women want to be with you and men want to be like you.
Bullshit. Ain't nobody wanted to be with Mankind. But they had a star.
Somebody wanted to be with him. He got a child.
But nobody was looking at Mankind and was like,
he was dude
you never
love.
know.
He was dude love. You ain't dude love, and you ain't out here.
I'll tell you this, man. Mick Foley, who's a phenomenal wrestler, who never, I feel like, ever got the credit he deserved, was not the guy that you look at and go, "Yeah, he's a star."
So you saying Mick Foley ain't had no hoes?
That's what WCW
Mick Foley
did.
Ain't had no hoes.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that WCW did that same shit. They didn't think he was a star.
And we got an interview with Mick Foley here on WWE. At Swear Podcast.
But thank you, Bando. Thank you, because Bando got you, bro. Bando, yo, that you, man.
I take my pauses with pride. You heard me? So
what? All right. You gonna be from, the battle rap already has a 3-letter man. You be the 5-letter man. You know what the 5-letter man is?
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't want to know. But what y'all need to know is we going live tomorrow to catch y'all up on everything going on. Mick
Foley was handsome when he was younger, though.
Yeah, dude, love, bro. Come on, man. He was blowing Shawn Michaels out the water. Tomorrow we going live.
Maybe so.
To catch y'all up.
I'm gonna judge it on. They put Shawn Michaels on fucking Baywatch. I'm willing to bet a check they did not call dude love.
Man, Mankind had some hoes. That's probably never
I'm not saying he didn't
in the history of wrestling or life, but
hey, you know what's wild? You remember the Godfather versus the Undertaker? And the Godfather was like, "Now I know you like hoes."
And we got to do the Godfather here on Answer Air Podcast. We're about to get up out of here because the train is off the rails, people. And it's going to be off the rails tomorrow because we're going live.
DNA turning his bed right now like I done left these niggas in charge.
We're gonna catch up on everything going on and what's to come, and we're gonna be live Friday, after SmackDown, which
For the
should be a
Google
big
Play.
SmackDown, and Thursday gaming with the gang. So we will catch y'all up on everything. Just tap into the social
Oh.
medias. Don't miss a thing. What's up?
My bad, fucking up the Instagram. Chris Noel was talking about Stone Cold's movie. What you think about them?
I watched
Or
this TV show more than I watched this movie. Straight up, Steve Austin was fired.
oh, okay. I just remember he had a race car movie where it was like some prison shit, like they kill a motherfucker in the race cars, and
He had a lot of movies that are in the $5 bin at Walmart, and I don't think anybody has a DVD player anymore. So we'll never know.
you trying to get off, Archie? Archie trying
No,
to get
I'm just saying. No, my phone's gonna die, and that's it. But
oh shit! Damn, you ain't got no laptop,
you ain't got no Yeezy in your Serato.
Archie. We gotta get you some phones. We need multiple phones. Hey, mind you, I'm doing this and I'm still on screen.
Well, you dedicated.
I'll never be caught.
You dedicated. I'm just Archie.
I'll never be caught. I'll go get my kid's phone before fucking and slice a little slit in the seat.
You
and
know
slide.
what? I'm learning that I like to not. The thing about cell phones are people have access to you. I don't want people having access to me all the time. So my phone die, it die.
Remember
Longest Yard is actually a good movie.
Who's
We
the
need to
Longest
talk
Yard?
about movies one day. Just have a movie pod.
Who was
Oh,
the
we need
Longest
to.
Yard?
We need to watch the WWE films, then talk about them. That'd be pretty G too.
I'm down to do that. We can do it
Yeah.
on. I'm down to do that.
We cross promote, drop it here and there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. Can't drop it on my channel because I got a strike. YouTube,
God
what's up?
damn it, Archie.
How I get a strike? I'm the wholesome guy.
You know what's wild?
I'm the fan
I did
favorite.
an experiment on my channel, so I didn't fuck up this channel. And I got it, but they gave me a warning. They was like, "Hey, but if
I
you
had
do that,
several warnings, but I never had an actual strike. And the strike is saying you got 2 weeks. How many videos they pull down from my channel is 24-hour karate. I talk about anime, I game, and a lot of my music is on there because I do music as well. And if anybody has watched the Fallout TV show, I have a project I just released called Fallout Boy, and it's made about the Fallout video game series and the Fallout TV show. So
fire.
Yeah, The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler was cool. And the first one with Burt Reynolds. Wasn't Burt Reynolds in there? No. Somebody else.
No, not Tom Selleck.
Yeah,
somebody with a mustache was in that motherfucker. I don't know.
Kevin Nash was in there, and Stone Cold. Yeah,
Kevin Nash has a nice little body of work. Actually, he has Super Shredder and Ninja Turtles. He did the Punisher with
Did he get stabbed in one of the movies? He got stabbed in the chest, like with a real knife.
Yeah, the dude.
They didn't switch the knife out, so they thought it was a prop. And that knife in his chest, damn near his heart, was an actual knife. So, shout out to Big Van Vader because he was on Boy Meets World. You heard me?
As long as his eye wasn't falling out.
Big Van Vader. I like when wrestlers make cameos on TV shows. I always thought that was cool.
That was. So we're not going to talk about Hulk Hogan being in here? Like, no one's mentioned Suburban Commando, No Holds Barred, Rock and Wrestling.
Who?
Was it Rock and Wrestling?
Who you talking about?
Oh,
Terry?
Man, y'all see Hulk Hogan. Terry Bollea.
Terry and Phil is on my list. It's just bad, man, that you got to take the good with the bad with Hulk. So, I mean, that's all. What else you got, H? You sound like you. If I don't get off this live, I think HP's up to something.
No, it's just I got this whole thing of coffee
that you did not have to drink.
I was trying to go for gusto.
Hey, go.
I'll talk. Hey, we got 74 people. We can talk. But NXT.
NXT was good. Great American Bash was good. SmackDown's gonna be crazy. We're gonna be live 5 minutes. We're gonna be live during the main event of SmackDown. So
yeah, we did come to that agreement. Archie.
Yeah, nobody checking for Triple H movies. Chaperone, get out of here.
He was in Blade 3. Blade 3. Yeah, Blade 3. What the fuck else was he in?
Your girl was in Mandalorian. I don't know what she did in it, but they made it seem like she was a star. Sasha Banks.
Oh shit! You know, I've never seen a Star Wars.
Good night.
That's the same thing everyone tells me. Like how you.
I've never listened to a Kendrick Lamar album. So
I think damn, Sasha Banks was in the Mandalorian.
yeah.
What about female wrestlers? Who was in what?
And not many of those they let do stuff outside of wrestling. I don't think. I don't say let do, but I don't know if any of those were gonna would be good actresses.
I'm trying to think who's. I can't think of no one pops in my head. No one pops in my head. I was about to. I only watched one Star Wars movie. I'm good. Yeah, Miss Austin. So I haven't seen none of them.
But if you can't sell a punch, you think somebody gonna book you in the movie?
Oh shit. Well, I that shit sucks. That's
how y'all feel about Harry Potter? Since we're here, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is fire.
I've seen parts, but never watched the whole.
Lord of the Rings is fire because everybody with the Game of Thrones, House of Dragons right now. Yeah, I think more wrestlers should have had more successful acting careers. It's weird that they didn't have the big, and maybe it's because WWE had them doing it through WWE studios and not letting them actually go work with other studios. Because in order for Batista had to make a decision. So
shout out to you, Miss Awesome Saucy. Lord of the Rings, not much. Yeah, I'm with you on that one too. I'm with you on that one.
In the hole in the ground there lived the Hobbit. Come on, man. The Hobbit was fun.
I'm a Marvel guy. Matter of fact, I'm behind on my Marvel content, but I be over here with y'all, so we.
And I like DC. I like the realism of DC because in DC anybody could get it.
DC is fire. However, DC animated movies are way fire. Like them, I recommend I could watch.
Y'all not feeling Lord of the Rings? Yeah, I'm more of an anime guy. I watched anime, that type of stuff. I like crime stuff. That's why I like Dark Side of the Ring because my TV stays on investigation discovery. So Dark Side of the Ring is that's very interesting to me when I get to see the other side of things I don't normally get to see. So.
And it's that fight on the plane, that shit with Ric Flair, Brock Lesnar, and Kurt
Henry. Plane Ride from Hell?
Yo, that shit is crazy.
Marty Jannetty's life is crazy. Yeah, Dark Side of the Ring, it's crazy.
SVU gives me fucking nightmares, man.
Don't go.
Bro, I hear that music. I don't want to get
It's just a bash. It's like the Krispy Kreme hot sign. When you see that sign, you got to stop. If you catch the beginning of SVU, you're going to sit and watch that whole episode.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm a 2-time Money in the Bank cash-in loser, right? And in my second Money in the Bank cash-in, that person always watched that shit.
That's divorce for y'all who don't know.
Yeah, that shit. I hated that shit. I go to sleep. Timmy, they be talking about if it happened in real life, they gonna make an episode out of it. The motherfuckers, man. Nah. Oh, what? Archie went to watch SVU.
Nah, I'm here. I'm trying to do you a favor and plug this phone up.
Miss Awesome Saucy. Which binge watch seasons did you do on Hulu? Was it? Hold on. What shows are on Hulu?
Hulu got some heat.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't need no more subscription. I'm not.
What's happening is I noticed that shows are just leaving one streaming service and going to the next. Cause Martin is on Netflix. I'm like, it's weird. So
because they be throwing up money for him.
Yeah.
Money rules the world.
And then some of these things are on everything. So, but y'all got wrestling questions because we talking about everything but wrestling.
You know what happened? They stopped making sitcoms. So those classic sitcoms like Martin that still get huge views because Martin's still doing movies like Bad Boys 4 and stuff. Just went on tour again. They are always going to stay in demand for at least another probably 15 years, 10 years at least. Because I say that because the crowd that watched them are now adults. Most people that watch Martin were teenagers to young adults.
All right. I'm going to ask you a question. What's your favorite sitcom? Or movie? I know your favorite movie is Endgame, right?
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Infinity War and Juice.
If you had to recast Infinity War with wrestlers,
who
would you cast as who and why? Just give me 5.
All right. God damn. Captain America is John Cena. I'll come back to Tony Stark.
Captain America, John Cena.
Mm-hmm. You can't see me.
I was thinking
he's never been a bad guy, really.
Captain America is John Cena.
Okay. John Cena's never been a heel.
I was saying maybe Cody.
Nah, fuck that.
Okay, fuck you going with Cena.
Cody
so Cena's your Captain America.
Cody could be Ant-Man.
Damn. Cena's your Captain America. Who's your Spider-Man?
That's a fire question because maybe Seth Rollins.
As Spider-Man?
Maybe.
Seth might have to be a villain. Seth Rollins like a villain.
And I only say that
unless you go Seth as Iron Man.
No.
Who's Iron Man?
So to be honest with you, Iron Man may
You're gonna be up all night thinking about this. I done messed this whole brain up, people.
Because of who Iron Man is, he's the guy that started it all. And he's the guy who ended it. In the current state of wrestling, it's Roman Reigns.
As Iron Man?
Because not about how he wrestles and gadgets, but Iron Man is the guy who carried the MCU. He started it, the MCU. Now, just the MCU talking about that. He was the go-to guy. He sacrificed himself. Roman Reigns just had a 3.5-year run that as soon as he sacrificed himself, everybody wanted him back. But if you remember, Iron Man 3 didn't do too well in theaters. So did Iron Man 2. But when Iron Man died in Endgame, motherfuckers was crying in theaters.
Who's your Black Panther?
I don't think I got one, man.
You don't think you got one?
I don't think I got one. Because they don't really have that many black stars. Because the fucking New Day, I don't want to say they piss me off, but y'all don't fit. My second favorite dude, my most favorite person is Thanos.
Who's your Thanos?
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, I could see that. Trying to think. Cap.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ricochet as Spider-Man is kind of fire.
That would be fire. That'll go hard. I was thinking Ray, but Ray's kind of obvious.
Ray old. Ray got to stop this shit at some point.
They just said multiverse. It's a mix.
John Cena getting a fucking tour, and where's Ray? Ray out here losing week after week.
Yeah, that'll be.
So I need Rey Mysterio to announce his retirement or start to wind down, and then he get a tour. Let's get him in some high profile matches because I feel like he deserves it, man. He's been wrestling since the 90s.
Probably the 80s, because they start.
They be starting so young, but
maybe 16 with 20 years experience.
Trick Willy Wonka. Yo, Batista says Thanos, I can't do it. Because Thanos, the reason I had to pick Brock Lesnar, Brock obliterated two things. One, the streak. And then when he started that Suplex City shit, he was like obliterating wrestlers. And the first time we saw Thanos in action, he obliterated the fucking Hulk. And it took your top guys to take him. Like, Brock Lesnar just fits that description. Remember when he told Heath Slater, I don't give a shit about your kids.
I got kids. That was Heath Slater's gimmick. I got kids. The redneck from West Virginia, huh?
Wow. And Thanos had a little spokesperson. Remember, he was like, Ebony Maw was like, nobody has ever had the might to wield 2 stones. That's like Paul Heyman and shit. My name is Paul Heyman. And I'm like, yeah, he's got a little crew. Someone asked about who is Randy Orton. Ooh. Randy Orton might be Thor.
Randy, yeah, because you still got Thor, you got Hulk, you got He gonna think about this. The next time we talk, he'll be
Yeah.
like, "Remember that question you asked me?" He's about to write a movie tonight because he didn't
That's
drink
that
a gallon of
analytical shit. I
coffee.
can't let that shit go.
He drank a gallon of coffee.
I got that shit brewed.
Yeah, man. I was gonna ask you. I was gonna tell you recast like Morton. Damn, I sounded like that kid. So I saw him. You lied to you, Morton. I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
And Killmonger, I got to go back, but Killmonger might be Farouk.
Killmonger. Killmonger was like my favorite character in that whole thing.
I got in trouble, bro. So in my previous career,
Hey, remember, there's people watching this now.
I know. That's why I'm trying to like dance around. You know what I'm saying? I told people, and those were higher ups and people of my pay grade and all that, that
In his
Killmonger.
previous career, people, we were both clowns in a Universal circus.
But I told people that Killmonger is the hero of Black Panther.
That's why I didn't like Black Panther. And we'll get into that on your channel, Hall Preach.
Okay,
I didn't like Black Panther 1. I didn't like Black Panther 2.
Whoa.
So
I'm going to disagree with you there, brother.
I didn't.
You didn't like them?
Nah.
I love them. I just know that
I love what it did for people, but I didn't like what it did. I didn't like the story I played out.
Anytime Ryan Coogler is said to be a director, you can just take my money. Because he did what's the one with Oscar Grant? Oscar Grant, for those that don't know, like I can go through a
Coogler's
list.
your guy?
Yeah. He's a very pro-black director, very pan-African. He put a lot of like movies he's done is Oscar Grant's movie. Fuck. Oscar Grant got killed in L.A. by the police. I think
Winter Soldier might be like as far as I got into the Marvel thing.
I remember he's Captain America's boy, so I got to think about who's friends with John Cena. Or who's John Cena's rival that John Cena always goes back and forth with. Because that's maybe Edge, but that Edge didn't come from Randy or
my Bucky.
Yeah, because he be, John Cena be like, Bucky, like he. So the Bucky person needs to be since I said John Cena would be my Captain America, the Winter Soldier character has to have some sort of tie to John Cena.
Phil. Phil would be Phil.
They were just hugging backstage too.
Phil needs help, and Bucky had a fake arm, and Phil
needs help.
Phil fragile.
Oh, thank you, Miss Awesome Saucy. Fruitvale Station. Yes.
With Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, they did a lot of movies together because they have that chemistry. But if you go back and watch like Black Panther, even the subtle colors that they use, they put Black Panther in black, they put Okoye in red, they put the other girl, Nakia, in green for the red, black, and green, which are Pan-African colors. They use Oksa, which XHOSA, which is a dialect. I want to say it's like a South African a dialect. Basically like saying you're speaking of. So they use real African like things in the movie. The only thing I don't like is, again, Black Panther. I may not like the method in which Killmonger did it, but Killmonger was fighting for what was right. He told that girl right from the opening gate. His opening
Killmonger
scene.
was Scar
From Lion King.
Lion King and Black Panther is the same story.
Nah,
it is. Think about it. Think about it.
You about to make me think about it, and I don't like. I'm gonna actually think about it.
Think about it. I'm just telling you what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a South. Thank you. That Oksa. It's like XHOSA or something. But the fact he used a real language. So when you think they're just speaking like clicks and whatever, no, that's not true whatsoever.
Vince McMahon wore a real do-rag.
Fuck it. Caught me slipping, man. It's not even. But when people do that shit to black, like when you give us Coco Beware, you know what I'm saying? And like,
I saw that Samba Simba thing the other day. It was Tony Atlas. And that was just weird, but I'm not taking this turn with you right now.
Yeah, don't.
Back to the beach night too. Bro, they said that Odyssey Jones return had like millions of views. Like
Fuck it. But
he had
hey,
like the biggest return, bigger than like
a
I
lot of
want to
people.
say 8 million because that sounds outrageous, but it was like a crazy amount of numbers. It
I
did.
think it's I think it's wild that
They need
I mean
to.
I want you got
Woods needs to turn on Kofi. Odyssey Jones needs to join Woods, and then they need to just grab R-Truth up and just make a new day.
with R-Truth that would kind of work to me. I think they're over. Y'all got any other questions? Because you know I'm firing all cylinders, especially if you talk Marvel. You know I can go there all day. Right now, DNA is rolling in his bed like these motherfuckers.
And
I
they
done gave
rolling
them the
around
helms.
in the studio.
Yo, it'd be funny as fuck if he pop up here in the comments talk about good night. Like that means wrap it up, motherfuckers. Um,
Now the
but no,
people here, man, we're gonna keep the party going. Why not?
what do I have to do at 7:30? I know I have something to do at 7:30. I don't give a fuck. Whatever it is, it can wait.
Oh, it can't wait if it's
I was trying not to laugh. That last movie you saw was Black Panther 2? The last Marvel joint?
yo, this a hard picture, bro. That's crazy.
I think for WrestleMania, he needs to bring that People's Championship back.
I always said Roman and Rock should wrestle. Rock should have put the People's Champion title online, the Brahma Bull, before he got the other title from Muhammad Ali family. And Roman should put the the wrestling title online, and that's what they fight for. You want to be ahead of the table, you gotta take this belt. And if I beat you, I get your belt. That would have been cool, but now they're
I
doing all.
think it works for WrestleMania 41. If you can spin it back to where Roman has a belt to put on the line. And you can definitely take do not give me 3 WrestleMania straight of fucking Cody Rhodes, bro. If they do that shit, I'm rioting. I'm
It's
rioting.
gonna happen. He's going. Well, you know, CM Punk is the main event in night one.
I'm cool with that. As long as his skills don't diminish any worse because he looked gassed in that fucking Drew Mag. And if that continues, no, I don't want him there. I would not want to see him in the main event. I
Any
would like to
truth?
see him.
Chat, y'all might know better than us because we don't know. We act like we know. Now I'm just joking. Becky Lynch, did she retire?
Ooh. I feel like she didn't, but I feel like that
Did you see
thing
the
she left
post she made? The
on.
post?
Yeah, I saw that. That
Yeah,
makes
she's like it's been a hell of a career. Thank y'all. Black and white photo.
yeah, that black and white means something too. Like, why
Yeah,
does it
I
live in the
think she
city?
been kind of cold the past few years anyway. So, but that's
Oh,
just
we
I
can
like
buy.
steampunk Becky. I like my Becky steampunk chilling.
I think it's time for Becky. When we getting Charlotte Flair back?
That's gonna disrupt the whole. And now you know what? That's a good visual. Charlotte Flair standing in front of Jade Cargill. The visual
I'm here
looks
for it.
so. Yeah, People's Championship.
People's
Yeah,
Championship. I feel like that's a belt that should get defended on TV. NXT, SmackDowns, Raw. Like you got to go show to show to show, and they should do it. Like remember that pay per view they had Cyber Tuesday, I think it was, or some shit, and they gave you options, and you went online to vote, and it backfired on WWE a little bit because they thought Bautista was going to win one, but Shawn Michaels got the opportunity instead, and it was like, oh okay, and I think she's on hiatus, meaning the door is open if she wants to come back. Maybe true because that baby is young and both parents. When you have young kids, I ain't gonna hold you. Like somebody needs to stay home. Them first 2-3 years. First of all, me having the children I've had in my lifetime, well, I've had 2 wives. I had 2 failed cash ins on that money in the bank. But, we were all kind of in agreement about if they can't talk, they don't need to go to daycare. They need to be here with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't talk. And I've seen bad daycares, and I'm not going to get into it, but like where somebody's now, there's charges or there is lawsuits following with charges because their child is different, and
What does
that's
that
a
got to do with Becky Lynch?
she had that child, and you and Seth are on the road. You and Seth you ain't gonna see a baby, but a couple
I think
times a
that's a
year.
weird position for women, athletes in general to be in. Because some of them want to be mothers, but due to their career, they choose the career. We just saw that Simone Biles just won all those medals in the Olympics, and she's pregnant. Serena Williams played in tournaments and championships up until a certain point in her pregnancy, but I mean it's different in wrestling. So, and a lot of times, I mean, the past few women we've seen to go out to have children, they've not come back.
I think this. I don't want to get onto my women should
Alexa
do.
Bliss, we haven't seen her. What was my girl that was calling everybody nasties and all that?
I don't think Simone Biles is pregnant. She ain't pregnant, is she?
Yeah, she's
Might
pregnant.
be now. She just won that gold.
She's
But that
retiring. Yeah, she's retiring and she's pregnant.
she won a gold medal pregnant.
Flipping like hell.
Oh my god!
I can't even walk in a straight line.
I
Not
fuck
pregnant.
with it. That's why the husband was wearing that. I mean, first of all, if my wife were to, I ain't got one, but if I would have capitalized on my money in the banks and my wife wins a gold medal, of course I'm gonna fucking wear it. The fuck? Why not?
Yeah, Simone Biles, I believe
She's pregnant? That's crazy.
yeah, and she's retiring. So shout out to her. She'll be in the WWE in 2 years.
Hey,
So Ruka,
that would be fire. I would love to see it.
that's a
He's
different
got to be able to do
level
promo.
of. But like we said, we talked about Kalani Jordan, so Ruka. They both have those kind of gymnastic backgrounds. Tiffany Stratton, competitive, all that acrobatic. That's the word. Though.
Shout out to Topper Steven. He talking about Carmella, Lacey Evans, and Becky Lynch.
Yeah, they went to have kids. We haven't seen them.
Damn.
So when women, I think could be hard on the body. I don't know. I've never been pregnant, and I don't speak for women. I'm an ally, but I think it might be hard. I think Becky might have come back too early from her pregnancy because she didn't look like Becky Lynch when she returned. Again, we've been having this conversation about my theory. My tinfoil hat tells me a lot of wrestlers come back before they're ready to come back from injury, from time off, from whatever. But like I said, when the women I've known, even remember Karma. Remember she showed up, and then she had that big debut. Everybody was happy. She's finally in WWE. Then she announced she was pregnant, and she didn't come back. So yeah, then you're dealing with postpartum. You're dealing with your body, how it changes.
That's a fucking fact.
It's a lot.
That postpartum shit, and imagine being on the road.
Yeah, it's a
And you
lot.
gotta do. Imagine getting booed.
And
Imagine
then you
coming back
gotta
and
wrestle. Then you gotta wrestle.
even worse than wrestling, right? Because that sucks. But imagine you're playing a heel character, and people are just like, "Boo, fuck you," and you're just like, "I know you're designed to play this on, you know what I mean?" But mentally, are you? Oh shit, my man, what I told you.
Oh, all right. Say his name and he appears. I
Yeah, my man
believe
turning his
in
bed right now, like
DNA.
y'all motherfuckers.
I believe in DNA.
Yeah, we might have expired our time, y'all.
Nah, we just talking, man. That's what we do, man. We talk about the show, then we just talk. We still talk about wrestling. I think it's an
We got exclusive time. We are
Hey, Dad said we could stay outside. Let's run one more.
dancing. We can.
Nah, we just chopping it up with the chat, man. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
Giving them what they want. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's we'll see what happens when Charlotte comes back. And do y'all think we're gonna ever see Sasha Banks back in the WWE?
Ooh. I hope so.
And do we want to see Sasha Banks back in the WWE?
Hell yeah.
All right, freaky.
No, that came off wrong. I'll say why. This is gonna sound bad. SmackDown is filled with a lot of talent that is within the same personality types. Bianca, Jade, Nia Jax. That's three
And
monsters.
everybody in the factions kind of do the same thing.
Yeah. And they all have that hood kind of that's just what I've named right there, right? But then you have another monster in Piper Niven. She doesn't act like them, but that's another monster with Nia Jax. Then you got Jade. Then you got Bianca. They can all do strength spot. Like, god damn. When you look
Sasha
at
can
Raw,
really wrestle though. I think she's not looked like she looked in WWE. I'm not saying she didn't have,
wait, what?
huh?
AEW. You talking about who?
No, Sasha Banks. She went to New Japan.
Oh yeah, okay, gotcha.
She went to AEW. She has never looked aesthetically good how she looked and how she was presented in the WWE. When they presented her as the boss in WWE, she looked like the boss. They present her as the CEO now, and it just doesn't have that same.
It feels like a ripoff.
Yeah, it's like
Sasha
when
Banks,
it's like when
Mercedes Monet.
it's like when Scottie Pippen went to play in Houston. He just didn't look right in the Rockets jersey.
Oh wow, that's a fire analogy too, because most people forget. They think he went to Portland first. He went to ex NBA champions, the Rockets.
He went to
Picked up
and he
Charles
didn't look
Barkley.
right in the
He didn't look
Rockets
right.
jersey. He just looked right in that Chicago Bulls jersey. Even
Charlotte
though
been
Mike was still Mike, he didn't look right in the Wizards jersey. So
I was happy he was there because I fucking hated Mike growing up. I was a Knicks fan.
yeah, but I think her return would be a good one.
I also think though we talked about this a lot. NXT is like right now it's looking like the '96 draft class down there. So you got a lot of women that can really go down there. So bringing Mercedes Monet back as Sasha Banks or Mercedes, whatever, adds and bring her to Raw. Because over on Raw, you got Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. That's a great thing going. But
But
then
if
after
Sasha
that,
Banks showed up in the WWE again, that place would go crazy.
now the balance is kind of even on both sides of
That
SmackDown and
place will
Raw.
go crazy. I
And
think
you have
that'll
a
be a
whole
return
talent.
people will want to see, and people will be happy with it. I believe
I agree.
because
I
what
agree.
you can get out of it, like what you can get out of it, is a lot.
Is there any match in particular you would like put your money up to? You know what I'm saying? Like off the
Sasha
top of your head.
Banks, hmm, I don't know right now
Okay, that's fair.
because you gotta think she's adjacent to Bianca. They had 2 WrestleMania matches,
Yeah,
so
that's why I said she got to be on a different show
but I'm
entirely.
saying she's not that far removed from the talent. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know right now. And I don't know, is Carmella ever coming back? I know Lacey's in a new company. Yeah, Carmella, Corey Graves, they had the baby. She hadn't returned. Alexa, I saw her working out, but they said those were 2 big names. She wasn't top of the card, but she was top mid. And
Top mid. That's that Razor Ramon spot, which is a good spot to be.
Alexa was with Bray Wyatt.
Top mid is not, and that's no like when I like to talk about mid tier titles. I say that with the utmost respect because I like the mid tier because like I remember being a kid watching SummerSlam '92, I think it was, but correct me if I'm wrong. It was Bret Hart versus British Bulldog in the main event for the Intercontinental title over a Ric Flair match. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, these mid tiers mean something. And then what happened later? Bret Hart wins the world title. Davey Boy competes for world titles. They're the next up and coming crop. So I look for
Then
mid
he
tier
said he
titles.
thinks Sasha Banks was overrated. And
Wait,
she getting
what?
divorced. So if anybody sees Sasha Banks, tell her D. Archie Carter said, "Hey, big head. Hey, big head."
I ain't gonna say that. That's wild. I'm not gonna say it's wild either. People like to focus on botches and it's easy to find, but I like Sasha's work, man. I do overall. I
I
mean,
like that she's a student of wrestling. She loved Eddie Guerrero. She got this notebook that she writes everything. She's a student of wrestling, and I just don't think what she did in New Japan was unheard of. She made history over there that was great, and it was great. It's just the AEW move. It just doesn't, like I said, Scottie Pippen in Houston, bro. You know what I'm
I would
saying?
like to come back
It's,
home.
it's Jerry Rice in Oakland.
Ugh.
Joe
Okay, I'm with
Montana
you.
in Kansas City. Ugh,
I
yuck.
can't say don't say Tom Brady down in
Oh, he was winning. He was winning. Tom Brady wins everywhere he goes. So
but I would like to see that, and I would like to see Brock come back, and I would like to see um
I would like to see Kurt Angle get one more run. Not run as an in ring, but tie
what you
him
mean?
in. They got the Made in America group. What is it? All Americans. The new Chad Gable group with the
Yeah.
Creed brothers. Chad, you need the three eyes. You want to beat the Wyatt family, you need the three eyes. Intensity. They brought Arn Anderson back to give Cody a pep talk. We can't get a Kurt Angle pep talk for Chad Gable.
That is very much agreed, brother.
So
I think when you say it like that, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
just to pop on screen real quick. I ain't asking for nothing crazy. I don't, you know what I
Even
mean?
a little bit of managerial experience. Like, I don't know if he would do that, but if he did, that would kind of, to
I
me,
think they might have missed it because Gable's a heel now. And Kurt Angle's a goofball, man. Like, no disrespect, but I think of all the things Kurt Angle went through in his life and the things he's overcome, he's just enjoying his life right now. So,
and he should, as he should, as he
because Kurt
should.
Angle on Instagram is crazy. He's talking about getting hot tour the other day and everything, man. Kurt Angle's a wild boy. Shout out to
Hey,
Kurt Angle. And he
and
don't
nothing
like to be
wrong.
called Perk Angle. He said he was never high in the ring.
I would never. I'm not
He
getting put
said he
on my.
was never high in the ring, but he did things after the match. But if you're taking 30 Valium a day, I'm sorry, Kurt. You probably was a little high in the ring.
He probably just got a
30
hot.
Valium. If I take 2 ibuprofen right now, I'll be asleep. 30 Valium. That's why I said the things he's been through in his life, I think he's appreciative of the fact he still has a life. He has a daughter, and he's, you know what I'm saying? He can walk because Kurt Angle in TNA was going crazy. So
I ain't gonna hold you. That's my problem with Edge right now when he breaks his fucking legs. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
Edge is running AEW is really putting an asterisk on his whole career. Weird.
It's this. I don't mind him being over there. And you want
No.
to help another company,
But if you're
but
gonna do it, do it. Like you're Edge.
yeah,
You call
yeah.
yourself Adam Copeland all you want, but you're Edge. Be Edge.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a right issue because he came in. You know, no one knew who the fuck he was when he first came in. He came in and with the Gangrel scene with the Brood, and
He came in before that. He came in as the mystery tag partner for, I don't want to say Sable. It was one of those women he was a mystery tag partner for. That was his debut with that. But
that's even worse.
the Brood was fire.
The Brew was fire, but the Brew wasn't fire. Like the
Brood
Brew
was
was
fire.
fire.
Edge been over.
So let me ask this then, because we gotta figure out the top groups then. If you put top 10 groups in wrestling, and then if someone asks you to break down why, because a lot of times people will throw out names, oh yeah, this thing, and you'll be like, okay, how are they top 10? What do they do? What's their impact? Because sometimes, and this goes back to what you said, I'm not gonna say numbers lie, but here's where it may not be about the money. Some people have they made an impact on wrestling that you can't put a dollar sign on.
Bruno.
You know, so I would love to hear people's like top 10 groups because to me, number one, as much as I don't want to say this, is the NWO.
Impact was
It
crazy.
changed the fucking landscape of wrestling.
Freebird's got to be up there for me.
Freebirds?
Freebird.
It's not a bad option, bro. Especially if you want to talk about the breakdown of why they should be there.
Because my grandma's a black lady from the South, and she loved Michael Hayes, and they wore Confederate flags on their clothes. That's
I
impact.
fucking hate that.
That's impact.
It is an impact, but I hate that shit.
Free birds.
But Harlem Heat don't get credit.
I wouldn't consider them a group though. Group gotta be like at least 3 people.
3? Okay, bet.
Horsemen, NWO,
Horseman, NWO.
Free Birds, Heart Foundation, Nation of Domination.
No. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. When we say Heart Foundation, you're talking about the group. I get that. But I'm not gonna put them over like the 4 Horsemen.
No, this ain't in no particular order. I'm just saying.
Oh, got you.
ODX, yeah, they gotta be on there.
Vinny, you say NWO or DX? As far as my favorite.
Oh, we asking NWO or DX?
Or DX. It's always going to be NWO. We could talk this DX. Listen, DX is a response to the NWO. That's the reality. Let's talk about the origin of DX. The origin of DX comes out of Bret Hart. It literally comes out of Bret Hart when he calls them degenerates. And then he keeps doing it. And
because you seem to have had some sunny days.
Yo, if you weren't living at,
They hated each other. This
Attitude Era podcast, like this is super Attitude Era, and we need to get to the who really started it. And I'm always say Bret, and Bret never gets the flowers he deserves. Yes.
Bret has never gotten the flowers he deserved or the payoff he deserved from dedicating his life to wrestling. Wrestling has not been kind to Bret Hart. His brother passed away.
Attacked during his Hall of Fame fucking speech.
Attacked during the Hall of Fame. He signed a crazy lowball deal with Vince out of loyalty. He went to WCW and sat. Didn't do nothing. Like Bret Hart, his career got ended due to wrestling. Bret Hart, like I said, on maybe some double ups or something we talked about, Bret Hart is an example of when you love something, it doesn't love you back. And I hate to say that because he is one of the greats. And we have an interview with him coming up. So
JM Wavy talking about the Ministry of Darkness. When you talk about top 10 groups, I'm not going to put them in there. People forget about Dungeon of Doom.
Dungeon of Doom was...
I mean, Ministry of Darkness, because I also like to look at longevity.
Well, you got to think about...
Our foundation go
crazy. The Heenan family. Bobby Heenan, the Heenan family.
But they were changed out. But the Heenan family, you got Haku, you got Andre the Giant, you got Ravishing Rick Rude. Like, nigga.
Because Bobby Heenan, the Heenan family
even Cornette's crew.
Yokozuna,
Owen Hart, British Bulldog. At one point, it was Vader in that bitch. Like, dog.
And before that, so you gotta think. But I think people off the top, you think
was crazy over all those other factions.
Heart Foundations. Wow, I'm telling you.
Yeah, they're
Davey boys.
But no, I could put it. Heart Foundation is dope as fuck. Let me not say that. But when you talk about top 10 factions of all time, right? How long did the Heart Foundation faction roll? When I say faction, I don't give a fuck about him and Jim the Anvil Neidhart doing their 80s run as a tag team. It doesn't count. I'm talking about him, Neidhart getting back together with the British Bulldog, with Owen Hart, with Brian Pillman. That faction is what we're talking about. They only get a 2-year run max.
Hey, sometimes that's all you need.
Evolution. I see Miss Awesome Sausage. She also says the corporation.
Evolution. Corporation.
I like Evolution. And the Shield. Is the Shield not in this group?
Shield is in this group. Shield is definitely in the group.
And the Shield and Evolution have something that they can put over a lot of groups. All right, let's look at individual members and what they went on to do.
Minus Ambrose, because that whole John Moxley shit is trash.
Yeah, but he still went to another organization and headlined. I don't think he was. I do agree with you, but I don't think he's
Roman alone give you everything
he developed into that.
What John Moxley?
Yeah, I
That's
think
what he
now it's like,
was. That's what he was before he got to WWE. He was doing that type of stuff. He just went
yeah,
back to it.
and he went back. But now it's like, bro, when you went to the top of the mountain, you can't go back to working at bus stations because people are gonna be like, yeah, what the fuck? At least get a limo service and run the limo service. Then niggas be like, oh, he's not doing a bus service, he's doing high class. Like, if you go back to doing what you were doing before you got in, after you've
Yeah,
been like,
that's a good conversation. But you can't not mention, like I said, the Freebirds, Cornette family, and the Heenan family.
yeah,
Cornette crew and the Heenan family.
and that's the
Nation of
80s.
Domination you got to talk about Nation of Domination. You got to.
Do you
Yeah,
top 10?
Nation of Domination, bro. You got to think about what they did, who they were. They feuded with DX. That was
Yo,
big.
Fonzie. I want to disagree with you, but you are right. I'm gonna say that Archie said the same thing you said. 2 years is all you need.
In
That
wrestling,
2 year
a
run,
2 year run can make
that
you
2 year run is fire. So Fonzie, I'm gonna give you your credit where credit's due because Archie said the same thing, and y'all both got that point.
My
That
thing
2 year
is, you
run.
got to look at
But Brett was putting in work on that bitch. Oh man, we got comments on Instagram. Heenan family was fire. Dungeon of Doom was trash.
Dungeon of Doom had like weird, quirky characters because other than Kevin Sullivan and the Giant, I can't really think of anybody else that was in the Dungeon of Doom.
Right.
Wasn't Ming in it?
Ming,
Yeah,
yeah.
Ming was in it.
The Bloodline. Where's the
Bloodlines? Yeah.
Bloodline has solidified themselves by putting a guy holding the title for 3.5 fucking years and the undisputed tag champs at the same
Bro,
time.
Roman Reigns is gonna be a 3-time Hall of Famer. Bloodline, Shield, and as Roman
As
Reigns.
Roman Reigns, the Boo guy who was winning Mad Royal Rumbles.
And we don't know what this new thing is gonna be.
I'm here for it.
If this new thing has a name, he might be a 4-time Hall of Famer.
Here's my problem with that.
If this new thing does good work, it has to work, though.
If he's the first 3-time Hall of Famer, I'll go with it.
I think Ric Flair's 3 times.
Fuck that. Here we go again. No. Oh, in reality, he may be.
Evolution, Horseman, and Ric Flair.
When you say it like that, it makes me automatically rewind my comment. Fuck. Because you're right. Even the Evolution, though, I mean, he barely.
You just hate Ric Flair.
No, I hate the stat padding that they do. See, here's the problem. Ric Flair isn't stat padding. It's what people are doing for Ric Flair. And this is what I think. They specifically tell you he's a 16-time world champ and he's the most. Blah, 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 blah.
Ric Flair's the first 2-time Hall of Famer.
But here's my thing. Ric Flair is, I think, please Google me, 8 NWA championships. But how many does Dusty Rhodes have? And they never say exactly how many he has. How many does Sting have? How many does Harley? They never mention anyone else's NWA, but just his.
I think you're the only one that bothers.
Because no one else pays attention.
Because we can't do nothing about it. I think we've all accepted it.
Nah, fuck that. Motherfuckers, fans revolted and they changed the whole WrestleMania main event. I'm not saying take Ric Flair out the main.
But he hates Ric Flair, people.
No, Ric Flair has 2 WWE championships.
I'm talking about the Hall of Fame. You think he don't deserve his Hall of Fame rings?
Whoa. Brother, I ain't saying that.
But that's what I mentioned. I said he's went in individual. He went in with the Horseman, and he's going to go in with Evolution. That's going to be 3.
He shouldn't. He ain't put in no fucking work for Evolution. He was just a part of the group. If they took him out of Evolution, Evolution doesn't change.
He was part of the group. John Sally got 4 rings.
But fucking Brutus the Barber Beefcake's a member of NWO along with Bryan Adams. Niggas can't even remember who the fuck Bryan Adams is. That's Crush. You know what I'm saying? But
even with that, they put NWO in. It was with 3 people, Hall, Nash, and Hogan.
Hall, Nash, and Hogan. They should. They changed the business, though. Pay attention, common denominator of all those factions.
Owen Hart.
Great Owen Hart.
I am not a nugget.
The problem with the Owen Hart situation is because the situation, how he passed away, unfortunately, and how it happened, and his wife, which is I'm a 2-time Money in the Bank cash and failure.
Damn, he was in the Nation of Domination. That's crazy.
Yeah. Owen Hart
Hey,
is.
Fonzie, I said the other day that I thought Owen Hart was a better wrestler than Bret Hart. HP looked at me crazy.
I didn't look at you crazy, but it could be argued. It could be argued because Owen doesn't live his whole life out to finish his career. Owen had every title at that time except for the world title, European Championship, the Intercontinental Championship. He held the Tag Team Championships. He headlined WrestleMania 10 against his brother
He
as
won
part of like
Grammy. Owen
a
did it, bro.
multi-co-main event.
Owen
He's a
did
King
it.
of the Ring winner. He didn't even get to the point where he could have won the Royal Rumble. Remember, he was also feuding with Shawn Michaels as he's going in to win the world title the first time. Remember the head concussion shit? February's pay-per-view, I forgot what it's called. He's taking on Owen Hart. Then March, he goes on to the Iron Man match for WrestleMania 12 and wins. So there should be another, which there is, feud with Shawn, where he should have kicked the fuck out of his skull and made him black out again. But we get the Yoko Owen tag team champs versus Shawn Intercontinental Diesel World, and it's titles for titles in the first ever like titles for titles. All titles are online in one match. Owen just didn't get to live to his full potential, which is the problem. Which is it's fucked up. And
And honestly, if he was doing Blue Blazer, they might have given up on him at that point.
Right. But they may have also spun the block because as the wrestling industry changes, Owen is right there to usher it in. Potentially, possibly.
Owen was like my favorite, bro. Owen Hart was like that's one of the losses in wrestling that genuinely made me sad. It made me very sad. Owen Hart. Oh, we talking about other organizations. You gotta mention Bullet Club.
Oh my god, that's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, that's a whole
good issue. Because again,
I like Triple Threat: Chris Candido, Bam Bam Bigelow, Shane Douglas. That was my. I like Ravens Flock. Ravens Flock was fire to me.
Yeah, but now you're talking about EC.
It can get. It's something you can't argue. You can't argue DX. You can't argue NWO. Can't argue Horseman. After that, I think it gets a little. We can debate.
Flair was a tag champion Evolution. I get you, Jimmy, or not Jimmy. Jim Wavy. It's not even Jim Wavy. But anyway, I'm trying to read. I've been sipping a little bit. I just don't think that's enough when you're talking about a guy who's a 16-time world champion, and the only thing he contributes is a tag title. No extensive tag title runs.
Well, we know he was there just because who he was.
Because of who he was.
He had to give credibility to the crew.
Yes.
You need that. But yeah, so it's just yeah, the best group, man. That Shield and Bloodline, you can't argue. And that's
maybe
still
you can, because that shit is still not changing.
You can't argue the original Bloodline. You can't argue Usos, Roman, and Paul Heyman. That's the original Bloodline to me.
Yeah, but even when you add Sami Zayn, it's still not that bad of a fucking. You ain't falling off. Sami Zayn defeats Gunther.
I'm trying to think. After though.
I mean, even when you talk about top 5, if you can nail it down to top 5 in the wrestling industry, NWO and DX, I think, are solidified, and 4 Horsemen. I really think if someone doesn't say those top 3,
NWO, DX, Horsemen. That's not debatable. Nowhere on this earth.
Yeah, I honestly believe that too. Yes.
The rest we could fight all day about.
Dennis, we might have to hit you back on that. We
2 hours in, Dennis. Yeah, Dennis. Yeah. Shoot us a message or something. Follow me on Instagram and hit me up at the Archie Carter or at King HP. Don't hit DNA up because his inbox is I'll have a better chance of seeing your message. Is all I'm saying. So
The
at the
national.
Archie Carter, TheArchieCarter. Hit me up. We could definitely set something up. You see, we stopped talking about NXT an hour and 30 minutes ago. So
Dog, motherfuckers give me coffee and like sippables.
yeah, so we just talk. That's what we do here, my Attitude Era, man. We just talk wrestling. Everybody opinions is welcome. If you want to argue it, you can. You can say it and walk away. However you want to talk about it, we talk about it. It's a safe space for wrestling fans and people who just like wrestling and want to talk wrestling, want to learn wrestling, want to just hear people. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. It's just us talking mainly Attitude Era stuff, but we do the recaps and whatnot, and it always takes a little bit of a turn
Jim Way.
in the
Now
real
that you
stuff.
said this, here's the new question. It's been we still get more viewers. This was wild.
Dangerous Alliance was a good one.
Dangerous Lines is a good one, but Jim Wavy, I keep calling him Jim. JM Wavy, from Instagram. Question: best group theme song. Dennis says, "Spell that shit again." Oh shit! Did I miss a comment? I probably did. I'm highly sippable.
It's just the Archie Carter. My name, Archie Carter, but the
Underscore forever for Twitter. If you're trying to follow me on Twitter,
yeah, just T
I'll
H
definitely hit
E
you back too.
TheArchieCarter. The Archie Carter. It's in move that HP so you can see it's under my name.
Wait, what? Oh shit!
Move the box. Got me spelling stuff. I ain't got to spell. Right there. At the Archie Carter on everything. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Right there. At the Archie Carter. Yeah, shoot me your info or just add me and let me know who you are and we'll set something up. We just talking wrestling, man. Best group theme song? I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's gonna get wild. That's a crazy conversation.
We'll be talking another hour.
Man, DX might be really, really up there because also
I
people's
think I
preference.
like X-Pac's theme song better than the DX theme song. X-Pac theme song was fire. You gotta think memorable theme songs. DX is hard.
Easy.
Evolution was hard. Nation, we are the nation, a domination. Dude. I think Mark Henry had one of the best theme songs people don't talk about. He got 3-6 Mafia rapping his theme song.
Yeah, but that's not the group.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Oh, in general, yeah, he definitely
Group,
does.
DX, NWO, bro.
NWO shit. NWO shit goes so hard and it's so plain.
World Order. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah. Horseman was trying to think.
I can't even leave Instagram. Another good group. Undisputed Era question. Oh, okay.
Undisputed Era was my shit. I love Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. I'm always gonna love Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Them was my guys.
DX is the best to me, but yeah, Carter right.
X-Pac shit was hard.
X-Pac.
Bing, bing. Think you tell us what to do? Bing. Think you tell us what to wear? Well, you better get ready. Bow. Break it down. Boom. X-Pac. You did the red with
yeah, I'm trying to think now. Like, I got to go back and listen to theme songs. I got to go back and listen. I have a whole list of theme songs in my Apple.
Brood had a hard. Brood one was hard.
Fuck the Brood.
X-Pac. You don't like the Brood? What the Brood do to you, man? You don't like the Brood? You don't like Ric Flair?
I don't. I like the Brood. I actually used to wish they would do a little bit more. I wish the Brood happened now as we get ready to go to Netflix. I wish they could have been a little bit more over the top. I feel like they.
Do we consider the Hardy Boys with Lita a group? She was like a Hardy Boy. And where do the Dudleys fit in this faction thing?
I don't know, man. You got to ask Brock Lesnar
because you had Bully, you had Devon, you had Spike, had Sign Guy, had Big Dick, you had all the Dudleys. The Dudleys was a
I felt like you did that on purpose, bro.
his name was Big Dick Dudley.
All right.
I didn't make that up. If I'm sitting here at 2 hours talking to you at 12 o'clock at night making up
Oh,
wrestling names and I
shit.
come up with Big Dick Dudley, you should get off this call with me.
Oh man, we gotta yo chat help me out, man. Wild Archie Wildin'. Archie fucking Wildin'. Yeah, Team Extreme.
Team Extreme is a group.
All right, then fuck it. Team Extreme is a group. They're
Hey,
low ranking then. Fuck them.
they up there. Because Lita's the only one who had women's success out of a group, other than China.
Then you got to factor in her. Okay, then I stand corrected. You're right. Okay.
Team Extreme. I forgot that was their name. Team Extreme. What about the Godfather and his hoes? Do they count?
Archie, check your IG.
I got you.
Awesome Saucy. I'm with you on this one. I don't know what
it was. Sign Guy. It was Big Dick. It was Spike. It was a whole bunch of Dudleys.
He's doing it, yo. Chat, y'all gotta help me out, bro. Y'all, Archie out here wild. I don't know nothing about what he talking about. I remember Spike. I'm with muffin. Awesome.
Now I'm gonna find a picture of Big Dick Dudley.
No, we don't want a picture of anybody of the Dudley sort that's like that.
See, it's Sign Guy on the floor, and I think that's Big Dick in the middle.
Yeah, there's a reason that shit didn't go for.
That was the ECW days.
Awesome Saucy laughing at you. Oh, hold on. Oh, shit.
Bro, but if you ever seen Spike Dudley, bro, Spike Dudley, I didn't make this up.
Everybody like
Spike Dudley took some of the hardest bumps ever in wrestling. They used to just toss Spike Dudley around like he was a doll, bro. I'm surprised he took some of them bumps, bro. That dude,
Joe Gertner. Oh, and that's from JM Wavy on Instagram. I still want to always make sure I'm shouting out the Instagram joints. Yo, just call him Dudley. Yeah, there. Thank you. Yo, that is appreciated, bro. Because I'm sitting here like, well, my man gonna keep saying it. That's the way that's the way he remembers it.
I'm not bugging.
Yo,
I'm trying to find a list of the names. There's a whole look.
Yo, I'm about to eat a fucking piece of fruit or something.
One fact about the Dudleys that may legitimately shock fans is that when the faction formed in ECW, Bubba Ray and Devon weren't a part of it. Originally, the group composed of Dudley, Big Dick Dudley, and Snot Dudley. It was a whole family of Dudleys. Then Devon, it was Chubby Dudley, Sign Guy Dudley, Bubba Ray Dudley, Devon Dudley, and Spike Dudley. Mama Dudley was Dudley out here in Dudleyville.
Where the fuck did you get that information from?
On Beyonce's internet. So
what? I don't trust it. That shit gave your phone a virus.
Yeah, Spike Dudley took some crazy.
The way you was talking, your phone got an STD.
Hey, won't be the first time.
You gotta get that Norton. Let me not promote. I ain't promoting, but was the group Steve Blackman and Ken Shamrock and the Big Show?
Wasn't that like the corporation?
I remember they were all in the corporation. Steve Blackman kind of disappeared into space
because Shamrock was part of the corporation, wasn't he?
At one point,
the world's most dangerous man.
I just can't. Dudleyville, that's crazy.
Dudleyville was crazy.
Mama Dudley was Dudley in Dudleyville.
It was Dudley and in Dudleyville.
Yeah. All right. You got some chat members backing you up. However,
Dang,
you was
all I need
wild.
is one. All I need is one to make me not seem like I'm a
Professional
denying
pervert.
God out here. Hey, run for your life.
Yo, I'm just gonna say this.
Wrestling is interesting, bro. That's all I got to say. And what I like about what we do
Who
on Attitude
co-signed
Era,
that name?
what I like about
What
what we do
asshole
here,
co-signed that name?
huh?
Somebody had to present this name. Like, all right,
Raven
man.
created the Dudleys. That was like a Raven thing.
He's yes, but no. He still has to get it okayed with the front office.
Paul Heyman. It's Paul Heyman's company. And Raven was Scotty Flamingo. So
You're right.
damn,
Right.
Scotty Flamingo. So what's a wrestler or something y'all remember? Like I remember Raven was Scott. Was it Scotty Flamingo or Johnny Flamingo? He was something Flamingo. Like a vague wrestler that people might not believe. Yeah, man. Shout out to Fonzie, man. Fonzie ain't gonna let me look crazy out
I'd
here.
have let him look crazy. Fine, I'd have let him look crazy. He out here, he was infatuated with that.
Said Roman Reigns was handsome, talking about the Dudleys. I don't know. I'm sleeping.
Worst Dudley name in history of Dudleys. If his mama don't call him that, I ain't calling him that.
Oh, it's some bad wrestling names. Sexton Hardcastle, Terrorizing, Just Incredible,
I fuck with
CM
this.
Punk.
Bro, this man hates Bill, bro.
And just like you hate Ric Flair, how Bret
No,
Hart
I
hates
hate the
Bill
stat pattern
Goldberg.
they do for this nigga because
Bill Goldberg.
Dusty Rhodes worked just as hard down in fucking
It was
NWA.
Johnny Flamingo. Okay, I know I wasn't tripping.
And they never say, oh, Dusty Rhodes was a 4-time world champion. They just be like, oh, Dusty Rhodes was a Hall of Famer. Ric Flair, they go 16 times, but he only won 2 in WWE.
I think I need to get you and Ric Flair on the phone.
We could do it. Again, no disrespect to the man. You're a legend. However, my nigga, they're not nigga. Okay, you're a world champion, right? Your organization says National Wrestling a lot. Fuck that. National is the first word. So if that's the case, that means someone who wins the NXT title is a world champion, right?
Was Ultimate Warrior part of the Mega Maniacs?
Yes, it was a group of Macho Man.
Hogan and Warrior, right?
No, they were the match made in hell for the SummerSlam with Colonel Mustafa.
I thought there was like who's the Mega Powers?
That was Macho Man and Hogan going into WrestleMania 5, all the way going back to WrestleMania 4. They built that storyline up from off that tournament.
But they never was in a group that was all three of them.
The third person was Miss Elizabeth for the Mega Powers.
I'm talking about Macho, Warrior, and Hogan.
No, not them three. No.
Okay. So
that would have been hard.
No more, bro. I'm about to get up out of here.
All right, y'all. It is that time. You know what I'm saying?
Festus was Luke Gallows. Damn.
Macho and Hogan.
Festus was Luke Gallows.
That's crazy.
Some people can't escape a bad gimmick. We saw what Kane started out as. Isaac Yankem, DBS.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oz. Kevin Nash was Oz.
And Vinny Vegas. Yes.
Vinny Vegas.
That Hall was fucking. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it because they got us. I'm gonna leave it.
Rest in peace to the legend is all I gotta say.
Rest in peace to the legend, though.
We're about to get up out of here. Shout out to all of y'all in the chat. Instagram, thank you. Twitter, thank you. YouTube, thank you. If you are not subscribed to the YouTube, slide by the YouTube. Hit the subscribe button and notification button so you know when we go live. We're going live tomorrow. I don't know what time. Me and HP got to figure that out. Just to let y'all know about everything going on. Got a couple of changes on Attitude Era Podcast. New segments, something we about to start doing with the recaps. We already switched to recaps where we start going live during the main event. Yeah. So we can just get right into it. And that seems to work
for that too.
That works very well. Let y'all know about the new shows that's coming up, the new segments coming up, the new interviews. If y'all don't know, we got a Booker T interview. Sit down, talk, interview with Booker T and with Bret Hart. dropping soon on Attitude Era Podcast. And if you don't know, we have interviews with everybody here already. Anybody you can probably name, from Marty Jannetty, Godfather, Eric Bischoff,
Raven.
Kane,
Not
Raven, Kurt Angle, anybody we
Damn.
probably talked about tonight, we have an interview with here on Attitude Era Podcast. Go check that back catalog out. And we give y'all live and free content 7 days a week. We just dropped a Psycho Sid interview that took off and started the whole conversation about should he be in the Hall of Fame. That conversation started with an interview we did right here on Attitude Era Podcast 3 weeks ago. We drop interviews on Sunday. Every Sunday, you get an interview. Monday and Tuesday, we do recaps, NXT, Raw. Wednesday, we do double ups. We drop where we take two wrestlers and we compare them. The first one was Scott Hall versus Razor Ramon. We compare the careers, and then we decide who was better. Go check out the double up playlist. On Thursdays, we do Gaming with the Game, where we just play WWE 2K24. So if you're interested in that, HP, put my name back up on the screen real quick. Follow me at the Archie Carter on Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, and send me your gaming info. I'll add you, and maybe we could get something cracking on Thursdays. Friday is a SmackDown recap, and on Saturday, if it's a PLE, we do predictions, and we do the recap from the main event through the show. So 7 days a week, you get live and free content right here. And we have exclusive content on the Patreon. We're going to catch y'all up on all that tomorrow. DNA is normally here with us. If you know who that is, then you know he busy. So he tapped in the chat, but DNA is normally here. Gamaj is our man who does the interview. And Azita drop out. If you know him, you know he's busy too. He has a big battle coming up this weekend.
The Trenches card down in Philadelphia.
In the trenches, yeah. So if you're into battle rap, Z is on the trenches card.
If you're not into battle rap, check that shit out because you might become a battle rap fan.
And I'm in Mississippi next weekend because I do music. Archie Carter got some slaps. And HP does the Marvel movie content. So outside of wrestling, Hall Preezy Universe, check that out under his name. You see it, Hall Preezy Universe. Type that in on YouTube and you can rock with him. So we are busy, but we always got time for y'all if y'all got time for us. And we wasn't supposed to talk this long, but when the conversation good, it's just good. And we will have another good conversation tomorrow. We don't know when, so hit the subscribe button on YouTube, notification bell so you can know. And if not, I guess we will see y'all Friday night during the SmackDown main event, but we will be live tomorrow and Thursday's Gaming with the Gang. And if anything happens in wrestling, we just go live too. So follow all the social medias. It's Attitude Era Podcast, Z the Dropout, Gamaj, DNA. That's King HP. I'm the Archie Carter. And
JPB2L on Instagram.
If DNA was here, what would he say, HP?
Good night.
Peace. Y'all be safe. Have a good week. Hope this week is good to you and good for you. We see y'all tomorrow.